Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of the S-Team podcast. I'm Mikey Keating, joined by the most pain in the ass guest going, the one, the only, Jack Millington. I just can't come up with a name for you this week, mate.
I'm gonna do what Mikey does. Play me like one of your friends, girls.
Oh, and
look at his face, he's gone bright red from posting. Aww, he actually has.
no, he hasn't.
Look at the fucking cheeks. It's gone purple.
Unfortunately, as you can also hear, he's co-hosted the podcast previously to cover for myself. It's the one, the unfortunate Matty Thunder-Ass Morris.
I'm sure that's you.
Can I just make a really key point for anyone who's listening right now? Mikey has effectively took control of this week's podcast because I've given some faith to him to let him do this. So the only time you're going to hear me really speak is when I'm commenting on stories and gaming news. That's it.
And obviously you're just going to hear Matty doing everything else as usual.
Basically, Mikey's got control of this podcast, so if you hate it, blame him.
Yeah, we're not in control.
Like if people don't like me hosting sometimes. Not that anyone's ever said anything, but
why?
Everybody likes me.
I hope.
Well, lads, as unfortunately we missed last week's podcast because of saying, I can't be arsed.
Actually, I was asleep in bed after work.
No, you weren't. You were on the PlayStation.
Matty, you come on the PlayStation. I'm like, he won't be on this. He'll be on his way. Was it Matty Morris? And the minute you see us online, you just come on.
I went on the chat with him and he goes, I can't be arsed. I was just like, well, bye then.
We were sitting here at like 1:30, like waiting for you. Like, yeah, lovely. Anyway, right, guys, I've got an interesting question for you. No, this is something that I know you'll probably laugh at. This is the interesting bit. If you're on the road and you're drunk driving, right?
No, I don't know, 'cause I don't do it.
No, but do you know when you see people drunk driving?
Yeah.
They have this big thing. Well, no one really mentions drunk sailing, do they?
No.
Like, you don't really hear much about it. Well, guys, 2 weeks ago, in Scotland...
Oh, it's in Scotland.
A Russian sailor was that drunk, off rum, he managed to crash a 7,500 ton ship into the coast of Scotland. As you can now see. You see?
I claim that for Queen Elizabeth.
Ever been so drunk you crashed a 423-foot cargo ship? Well, a Russian gentleman has done it now, guys.
It's a Russian, has it? Oh,
yeah. The Russian sailor who was
it's a Russian in Scotland, which kind of says
nice Blink Seaways vessel was thought to be 8 times over the national limit.
Well, Scotland's limit or Russia? I didn't realise Russia had a limit.
8 times over the limit. Well, he twatted the giant boat into the side of Scotland. The company has a strict no tolerance policy. So obviously he's been sacked on the spot anyway.
I imagine so, yeah.
Do you imagine like, now I'm going to go to work? Yeah, love you got like sacked last night, you know.
What?
No, like his missus obviously saying...
Imagine filling on the insurance claim on that. It's going to take more than that little box, isn't it?
It's going to be like, can you just give us like 7 massive pages of A6 paper to fill it in on?
Hang on, it's 6 massive pages of A6 paper. That's small.
A6 is the big one.
No,
A4's like...
A3 is the big one.
A1s are the big ones. A2 smaller. A3 is the one that you use for like gay ass high school presentation draw things.
Oh, like business studies and that, when you've got to explain your graphs and everything.
One key thing, why did you do stories before the music?
That was I was going to actually make a point then.
Yeah, well, I was going to hold the song till later on. Because I want to be able to get these stories. I'm sorry if that affects your...
It does, it offends.
It does, because you know the way the podcast is in an order. That's why.
News, weird news. Game.
Yeah. Turn up on time, Matt.
He did, he was here before you. You were an hour late.
Again.
To your own podcast.
I wasn't. I was there an hour early. Right, so...
He's gonna do, I'm assuming you're gonna do the song.
Alright.
See, the thing is, he's probably hoping that I really care that I get it wrong, whereas I'm sort of sat here like, I'm not better. Oh, okay.
Right.
Push that keyboard then.
Yeah.
I'm gonna knock for
what the
yeah, it's stuttering for some reason. Just give it a click. Alright. I'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah. Right, the song this week, lads, is What If the Storm Ends by Snow Patrol, right? There's 2 different dates, right?
It's got to be the UK one.
Yeah. There's a release date and there's a recording date.
It has to be a release date.
I'm just saying, yeah, I'm asking for the release date, okay?
If you just said the recording date, I'd have kicked you in the face and I can't reach you.
I was actually going to, but nah. You ready?
Yeah. Get to the chorus, because I'm actually struggling to run. Pause it for a minute. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know that song.
Well, let's keep going. Okay.
Is this not the chorus? No.
It is. It is. It's like 5 minutes long, by the way. So it is quite a big song.
I genuinely don't know this song.
Seriously?
No. I know Snow Patrol. But
I thought you listened to Snow Patrol a lot more than me. I've known you to listen to Snow Patrol.
But I don't know this.
I'd be surprised if you know.
Do you know? Well, what you're going to have to do is, and I'm assuming you haven't prepared for this, is to get a song from the same year. So what me and Matty are going to do is cover for you while you get a song from the same year.
What cover are we? We're doing cover story.
We're doing it. We're just covering for you. We're just going to talk about our shenanigans from yesterday.
Hey, that's my weird story. but that was actually my story.
While Mikey finds another song from that year, I genuinely yesterday, people, we went to see the Hunger Games. We might do a review later, I think. Yeah, we will do. I'm assuming. Yeah, we will do, because I've got a review to do for gaming news, so that'll prep me up. Oh yeah, you have as well. I forgot about that.
Have I?
No, you haven't.
No,
I have actually.
Review. The only thing you're reviewing, I think, is the Hunger Games.
Syndicate? No, I got Syndicate.
Oh yeah, you have.
That's yeah.
Hang on, how long have you had it for though?
I got it Monday.
It's close enough. Yeah, it's close enough.
I mean, I've got 2. Just cause
No, because it came out Tuesday. It's 5 days, not 6. Shit. Our policy here is to have it more than 5 days.
Okay.
Which is only fair. Plus, you haven't finished it, obviously, so it wouldn't be right.
I don't want to.
But I mean,
what's that? A Syndicate or?
No. Just cause. But as I was saying, like yesterday, we went to see the Hunger Games, which was, we went to see it. We watched the film. We came out, and then we went to Nando's, where Mikey lost his Nando's virginity, and we had a good time.
Everybody left the area because Mikey farted.
Mikey didn't fart. What happened was like Mikey said he loved hot food, and then the problem was that he started to go red, and then he started to say to me and Matty, I'm fine, and he went, be back in a minute, just going for the wee.
5
minutes later he still hasn't returned, and I'm thinking his Bombay doors have just blasted open.
No, right.
No,
I had. Right, I'm only joking.
Keep talking and looking.
Right, I went for a piss, right.
It doesn't say, you don't go for, like, unless you've got excretional problems, which I doubt you have, so I'm guessing you went for a dumb door down and your absolute backside blew so far open
Why?
that a gaping hole was bigger than Jodie Marsh's on Friday night.
Yeah, but like, it just doesn't work.
He hasn't denied it.
He hasn't denied it. I knew you had. And
So did I.
It was nothing to be ashamed of at all.
It happened with fucking Go. It was bound to happen with this place.
Yeah.
Right.
And to be fair, you backed out of the super hot sauce. Imagine if you'd have done that, you'd have been. Everyone would have felt it in friggin'.
Square
There
mile.
would have been people in Germany who'd have felt the friggin' vibrations from that toilet.
The building would collapse.
Everyone who's sitting in the Odeon, there's a screen just falling down, and just a river of brown just flowing through the cinema. It's like children just crying, Mummy, I wanted to see the Good Dinosaur. I didn't think it was in 4D. Too hot for TV.
Too hot for Mikey's ass.
And then it's just like us three just still sitting at the table.
Well,
like
no,
the
it's
only
us two sat at the table, you in a river of brown, head first, crying.
At least we now actually happen. We can't deny it.
You'd be the type of person who could create an arse jet from a river of brown. You could do some like Doctor Who CGI. Literally, like he'd be sat on the toilet and then he'd just fart and he'd just shoot off into the sky.
Lift
Light
off.
speed.
Lift off.
The-
Just like how, like literally
You know
strapped
how-
down to doing.
You know how like the flag on the top of Buckingham Palace flies at half mast usually? Yeah, that'd have been at full top speed because you know why? His arse would have sent shockwaves through the bloody building so far that that'd have gone flying off. It wouldn't be red, white and blue anymore, it'd be just different shades of brown.
50 Shades of Brown.
Mikey Keating's new book, 50 Shades of Brown, the dark edition. I might do this more often, not being host. I just mess him up.
Nando's face. Okay.
Now he knows how I feel when I take charge of the podcast. It's hard.
Right. Okay.
That's my story.
I'll be surprised if you don't know this one. Alright.
It's from the same year, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
I know
know
this. We both know this. You can pull that away. You can pull that away. You can actually stop it if you want. Now, do you want to tell the people?
That's Rockstar by Nickelback.
One of my favourite bands.
Well, can you guess the year, Jack?
I know one of the 2 years it could be, but I don't know.
I've got a close idea. I was in high school at the time, I think. Yeah, I was.
Well,
We were
I'll
all
be
in-
honest, we were all in high school, Matt. That's generally what we try and do on the podcast. But
Mikey's praying that I don't get this right, but I know what 2 years it's in, so it's a question of which side I pick.
go for it. Yeah, I'm going to turn away because when he gets it wrong, I seem to smile. When he gets it right, I...
That's a good point,
wipe my
yeah.
feet. Oh shit.
Don't turn round then. Turn round the other way. Don't
Don't just
kick the crap out of
Mikey,
the computer.
how about you just close your eyes?
Matty, do you want to have a guess first?
I'm thinking 07.
That's exactly. I mean, me and you can see up on 07. I'm more than that because I was going to say 2007.
We're going with 07, Mikey, lad. Right or wrong?
I don't mind if I get it wrong, you see.
2007?
Yeah.
Wrong.
Don't say 2008.
It was.
I knew it was 07 or 08. I just didn't know which one to pick.
Valiant effort, boys. Valiant effort.
I was even...
I heard that for the fact you hadn't heard that. I was actually quite surprised that you didn't hear that Snoop Patrol song.
I've never heard
I
that
was
before.
so shocked.
Was it charts? Did it even chart or?
Doubt it.
Because if it's not charted, then I probably don't know it. It's like.
I might as well just look out for non-charted songs
No.
then.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
No.
So.
Well, no, because then I won't know them.
Right, guys.
Right, news again.
News again, yours. We all know about what happened to the child in America that made a clock. I went to take it into his school, didn't we?
Yep.
Do you know what happened?
No.
He's trying to compensation for
Well, I don't even know this story.
Well,
it. He took a bomb. He took a clock into.
no, he didn't take a bomb.
That's why it's a
No.
clock.
Oh, is it?
He
When
built the clock.
he built
I
the
went
clock-
to show it to the teachers.
And they thought it was a bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Aham Mohammed.
Oh, freaking hell! He's not off to the best start, is he?
No,
You know what they're like in America.
No.
You got some sort of Muslim name over there.
Yeah.
You're fucked.
Obviously, this is from CNN.
Oh.
Phil.
God, a reliable news source. What next, Mike? Fox.
No, NBC.
Oh God.
ST Radio News.
At least we're reliable.
Clock Boy. Yeah.
Boy.
That's what they named Clock Boy's family. Seeks $15 million and apologies from Texas City.
They won't get that much.
$15 million.
Well, in America, I've seen people.
Do
get
remember this
more
is
for less.
2 weeks ago. This is something I've been like,
Pondering over.
yeah, $15 million
Over
in
the
apologies
wild
from
homes.
the mayor and police chief. That's what an attorney says. The family of the boy is demanding from city and school officials.
So
And
the family
Can I
is
just
not
say
him.
before you carry
or they'll
on?
say they'll file a
Absolutely.
civil lawsuit.
Can I just say before you carry on? He deserves compensation because it automatically be assumed a terrorist just because you've brought a clock in that you've built is harsh.
Mm-hmm.
But on the same time, what's his name?
Ahmed Mohammed.
What did he expect in American Texas land? They're just full of racists over there. I'll bring a clock into school. That's
Rednecks.
really nice. And if you'd have done that in Britain, you'd have been given the knighthood there and then. But in America, the land of, well, especially in certain parts of Texas, where is it in Texas?
Ailing.
Never heard of it.
I think it's on the outskirts of
redneck hillbilly land, you know, over there and everything. No, look, I've got 4 kids to my sister. She's my wife. You got to admit my you got to admit my Texan accent is.
That's fucking scary. That's what that is. Just the way you just like went into football.
But like, I don't know. I mean, he deserves some compensation. 15 million, he'd probably get it. You know, I reckon he would.
Personally, I think it's just 15 million. I can understand. And the apologies and stuff, but I don't think 15 million is.
I hope he gets 15 million.
So do I.
I hope he gets 15. I hope he gets more than 15 million. There was a woman, right? To come off topic, this is how stupid America is. Just to.
I've noticed on this podcast we did.
I've taken over his role where I just offend everyone. But
I think it's the bed. Like when you say the bed, you just offend every single person known to man.
Literally,
you're on this chair. You try and take it as a like sort of respectful
because you're like leading the podcast. You have to remain sort of neutral.
And then you've just got him in the corner, just like go.
The reason. As I'm saying the reason why America has its dumb members though is the woman got given 47 million for a cat being run over once. That was about 8 or 9 years. No, but you see what I mean. He'll probably get that. He'll probably get it. Whether it's right or wrong, he'll get 15 million.
Well, if he's listening to this podcast, please go for 55 million.
And if you do, then you know where to send the check.
For all 55.
I'll take 5. Swan song holiday. Well, and the ending of my holiday will be getting blown up in a rocket, but you know, it'd be fun.
What do you
think?
I personally, at first I thought, fuck, I take the piss a bit now, aren't I? But at the same time, you think, you understand where the because you know, fair enough with the current.
Arrested, did he?
Yeah.
Or?
They walk out of school in handcuffs.
How old is he?
14.
He's a teenager, so he's able to get arrested.
Yeah, over there, you can
over there, you can't get. You can get Juve, yeah.
We sort of have that sort of thing, but ours like
we're a bit more respectful.
No, respectful. Well, you can stay at home and play Call of Duty for 2 months, yeah. Yes.
As a 14-year-old, would you complain?
No. Free food, free TV, free Xbox.
And wake up at 12:30 every morning.
Imagine I get it. Do you know what? If you're 14 living in Britain, get arrested. You get 3 months of card.
And they just say, if they turn around and go to give you like, oh, this is how much you're looking at, say, well, the S team so they can have 10% off. See how far that gets you, yeah. In court. Who's the S team?
Please, sir, didn't do it.
But
I'm sorry.
no, like seriously, last night. But there was the big like uproar of it, wasn't it? Like everyone going, the likes of obviously President Obama. I think there was.
What did Obama have to say?
Hey, you're more than welcome to come and show me the clock, because he
yeah, he didn't say anything about giving him the money.
Yeah. But they worked out someone worked out 15 million, right? Was literally the average wage of every single person there for a year. That's including like footballers, the basketball, you know, all that sort of like the baseball and everything like that.
Well, LeBron James gets about 80 million a year, something like that. And you say footballers are ridiculous.
No, I'm talking about in that.
Yeah, I'm talking about
state. You see.
Yeah.
But look at Lewis Hamilton, 450 million.
It's only 450 million.
It was
450 grand a day.
No, it was
week. That's the one week.
He's on a 30 million contract.
But it's just one of them. It hits you and you think, fuck, that's ridiculous.
Maybe we should move to America, get run over by like an AMC truck, and then claim for £45 billion.
Here you go, boys. We'll pull.
Here's an S-Team top tip.
Right, I'll pull the short straw. Well, I'll attempt not to pull the short straw.
No, I'll just push him for the truck.
He'll pull the short straw and be like, yes, I'm saved, all fees. Just this, I'm flying through.
No, it won't be pulling. It's America. It won't be pulling straws. It's hot dogs. Your face.
This time we're talking about hot dogs and the food. Hot dogs.
Food.
Yes, we are talking about that.
What hot dogs? What penis have you been around that have been called hot dogs?
I was thinking it was a code name. Doesn't matter.
If it was a code name, it'd have been a lot
Like
more
broke
sly.
back.
Back break, broke back.
Yeah. Well, that's as you all seen. As you all seen yesterday in the cinema, the Amazon advert.
That's for Clarkson.
Before we go on to this story,
No, it's got to do with this, but I'm just saying you've seen it all yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah, I want to say something first.
Amazon.
Right, it's not to do with Amazon. It's to do with fragrances.
I hate it.
Right.
Oh.
What the
Ten
heck?
fucking
I'm
adverts.
going to just make a point for anyone who's listening. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, go for it. Where's my can?
The thing is, I was sat there and it's like, and I've seen it on TV and I've seen it on the internet. Why does every single... You're selling a spray and there was a woman. What one was it? It was like a green thing.
It was like
a big
a green apple.
And she was rolling all over it. I'm like, if I sprayed that on me, I guarantee no woman would... Otherwise I'd buy it if a woman would bloody do that.
What happened was she instantly took her top off and then went, man.
That's enough, mate.
I was sat there, I just thought, you're selling fragrances. Do what they used to do in the 80s, 90s and get a celebrity to go something smart, like you've seen Espresso, haven't you, with George Clooney? And
That's quite catchy.
That's classic.
That is quite
Class with,
classy as well, to be fair.
Jared Butler.
That's a bit funny.
Which one was that?
I'm just saying.
Hugo Boss or Jared, but something. But do you have to have men and women
Did you have
basically
to-
wearing no clothes,
Rolling
and
around.
rolling around? And I'm
What,
like,
who was it that said something? Like, one of you said, like, oh, I could do that.
no, that was
Like,
me. I was literally sat there and the guy like comes up towards like the balcony where the woman is and I look like that on the morning.
And I tell you, I was what, the one in the corset, yeah, because
Oh,
like the one was no, because I didn't know who you were talking about. You was, I look like that in the morning, thinking, fucking oh, there's like your hair extensions then, yes.
It retracts. I'm actually a robot.
Oh, fair enough, mate. Yeah, happy days. Anyway, back onto task, boys. How much of a massive fans of Top Gear are we?
Massive.
Well, you've probably heard, but I'm going to say it for the shits and gigs anyway.
Go on.
They're going to be doing... The BBC have decided to put a Top Gear Christmas special.
For Jeremy.
Yeah, but it's all going to be narrated by John Bishop.
Oh.
What? I won't go, what? I don't get it. I don't get what you mean.
So they filmed
It's
the
called
actual
Top
episode.
Gear from A to Z. Sorry. We air on BBC this Christmas, featuring a look back of obviously the 13 years the three
Oh, okay, I get
were
you.
on the show.
They've
It's not
realised
going
the
to-
mistake they've made, haven't they?
Yes.
I mean, he should have been sacked way before that anyway, but, you know, he should have done something to keep him in check, but I still think he's a knobhead, but I like him.
I think he's fucking brilliant.
He's a knobhead. He's a fucking knobhead.
Who?
He's a knobhead. Jeremy Clarkson is 100% knobhead, but I like him. That's the thing. He is
No,
a,
it's like, I hate you, but I love you.
he's a Tory for the kick-off. You know, he said to Cameron something about we should only send them to paid schools. All those kids in public schools are fucking stupid. There's something like that. Everything he's done, he's been racist. He's punched someone in the face
Reminds me of someone.
for something else. You.
So he's like, reminds me of someone there.
He's like, and he's offended religions and
Working
stuff like
class,
the
but he said
working.
he should be dragged out and shot in front of
I
the
wasn't actually bothered about.
Van
That's
drivers.
the only thing I wasn't bothered about. Lorry drivers, he's been and all that, and he's an absolute knobhead. But I like watching him when he talks about cars because that's what he's best at, and that's what he should stick to.
Yeah, I
That's
agree
it.
with you
I think
completely.
it's just fucking funny.
He's a knobhead. He's a knobhead.
Do you know what? You whack him on Top Gear.
You put him on Top Gear, anything like World War One military based.
It's interesting.
He's brilliant to watch, but that's it.
Like history and stuff like that, but when it comes to his own personal views, he just takes
He's
it.
a knobhead, yeah.
He's... I'm not going to say anymore because I'll go over the top.
Yeah, now I get pissed off with both of you.
Hammond's the best Top Gear presenter anyway.
I think James May's fucking funny.
I don't know, to be fair.
Oh.
I like Hammond's like little...
Hammond's the best because he's just mental and he's from
No.
Birmingham, which says a lot.
No, but like that's the thing I like
How
about him.
fast
He
the
just
fun
comes up with some like... Have you seen the woman there? He's got the bike.
The thing is,
Going
right,
through his mum and dad's house. He's like, yes, that. Oh, okay, that's the anniversary vase.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen that one.
it's like
He's
Hammond,
going round. He goes, oh, he's missed the vase, and he just like kicks the back of the bike out. And he goes, oh.
If you look,
no.
if you look at the three of them, like when they've like paired up, like two of them have done something. Hammond and May are the best. It doesn't matter if you put Jeremy with Hammond or Jeremy with May. Hammond and May are the best too.
Yeah.
They could have easily done Top Gear without Hammond, without Clarkson, but they like him. They've been mates with him for such a long time. Why
13 years, isn't it?
Yeah.
More than that with May, because May was on old Top Gear as well.
And he used to live next to Jeremy as well.
Mm-hmm.
Did he?
Yeah, he used to live right next.
Yeah. But the thing I like about James May is how he just sits there. He's effectively like Matty. Matty is just his way he comes across to things. It's just like.
Okay, no offence, Matty, but you're not as smart as James May.
No,
obviously fucking not.
No, we're not saying that.
That's not an offensive
the
thing
way
to
he comes
say.
across, it just reminds me of Matty so much. Do you know the way he's just like so laid back and everything?
I get lost, like James May. I'm slow occasionally, like
No,
James May.
it's like that episode when during the flying over the channel and it starts coming like, oh yes, I have not got my night license, but in the back, Richard's got the book of 101 ways how to die. There, it's like
that would be something you do. It would be something you do.
I'd say I'd probably
do the same.
No, who would that be?
No, we did do it. We got lost.
No, we can't say like who would be who, because you two would fit James May perfectly.
You'd fit Clarkson, I reckon, but the same Hammond.
Yeah.
You just fit Clarkson just through the. Well, you'd be going through a straight like round the corner. He's power.
Right, yeah.
And then he's Hammond when he's breaking. Oh no! Like he just constantly says a thing that means oh shit, it's going wrong.
Yeah.
It's like the American special. He goes, yes, 50. Oh God, no!
What were you going to say though about this Top Gear Christmas thing? There was something else you were going to say.
They're doing it as a 2-part special.
Yeah, obviously because it's 13 years. I wonder if they'll show the original series with Jason Dahl. It should do. Because
May was in it, so.
Well, May wasn't there when Dahl was in it. Dahl.
No, Hammond. No.
It was the first three was Clarkson, Hammond, Dahl. Dahl left after the first series. Well, they got rid of Dahl after the first series, and May came.
Was he the big guy?
Yeah.
Big guy. Yeah.
Wow.
Who then ended up doing. He wasn't really working. I've watched the first series episodes, and like when you compare them to when May came in, they weren't as good because he did like all the second-hand stuff and all that. And they got rid of that with. Obviously, when Top Gear came into the May era.
I just like how May, like, when they do all the races, and it's like, is that James? Take your helmet. Oh no! When he's got his helmet on, he's all focused and everything, and it's like the Australian special, and James is just behind the trees. He's coming. Oh yeah.
I love to have seen them have done it American versus
They
British.
did, didn't they?
No, I mean
they were going to.
They were going to. Yeah,
it was actually scheduled for this year. They were going to do it, and then it all kicked off, didn't it? So but I'd say I'll probably watch it.
I'm looking forward to Top Gear with Chris Evans. I actually really am, because and the reason why simply is because it's not going to be them three, so it's going to be a different take on it.
The reason I watched it was because of them three. That's the only reason I watched it.
I watched it just for the last version.
I watched it for the cars. See, that's the difference. You watched it for the personality. I watched it for the cars.
No, I didn't watch it for the cars.
Like the Ferraris and the
I watched it for like the general challenges and stuff.
Obviously, I watched Top Gear for everything, but I love the cars. I'm still going to carry on watching Top Gear with Chris Evans.
I watched
the other thing that I watch, you don't need to keep clicking it, just like it. But the other thing is, I watched the other Channel 5 show, Quentin Wilson.
Fifth Gear.
That name shall not be spoken in this
episode. Not Fifth Gear. The other, he's got a new show out. It's like vintage cars, absolutely brilliant.
I
can't remember what
it's called. Is it one where you restores them and stuff? Or?
No. It's like they drive. It's him and Jodie Kidd.
I can't remember it, but you've probably told me before. And I just
they've already finished the first season. It was brilliant. Loved it.
But anyway,
see, I'm the big car man out of the three of us. I'm the big car man.
I'm the JDM wannabe.
Yeah, go on. But go on. What are you going to say?
You've all seen the John Lewis advert, haven't you?
Which one?
The guy on the moon.
Oh, I love that.
There's a Darth Vader take on that. That's hilarious.
I am not your father. Oh shit.
Up the
I'm going to show you something now.
Moon.
Yeah.
You're going to try and use a video.
Victor have had the best odds on the Premier League.
Yeah, don't bother about this bit. It's just an advert.
See, this is why I try not to use videos because of YouTube.
No,
you
it's
showing us
on
the advert? We've all
HuffPost.
seen
It's
it.
on HuffPost. No, I'm showing you.
We've already seen the advert.
It's not that advert I'm showing you. It's a piss take advert.
Oh, okay.
Still an advert.
Yeah.
For anyone wondering, that's just a bet thing. There's also other betting establishments available.
Was it a betting establishment? I didn't even know.
No, right, as you can see.
I like this one, and I like this
I was
one.
going to say, Aldi have done a piss take.
But I'm over the moon with this one.
What the
Aldi have done a piss take.
Aldi jumped on it like he was when I seen
Genius.
that, I was just like, it's all of the Huffington Post, like, Aldi takes the piss out of John Lewis advert. Like, what? And I clicked on it, I was just sitting there in work the other day, just laughing my head off of it. I was just like,
I'll give him that.
That's brilliant, man.
Yeah, that's well played.
You should look up the Darth Vader one. That's funny.
oh, no, I just couldn't believe it when I seen it. It's like, what? Guys, you're the best person to talk to about this.
Oh God, if it's anything to do with like paedophilia, I'm gonna kick you in the balls.
That's actually to do with relationship breakups.
Oh yeah, but, yeah.
I didn't know you had a relationship.
It's talking to. Who's knocking on the door?
It's downstairs.
Who's not knocking on the door?
Not me.
Not you,
Oh yeah.
Mum.
Oh yeah, from next door. It's not me.
Alright, go on anyway.
Hey, you know what it's like when you find out. Obviously, I don't know if you do, but someone was cheating on you.
No, I've never had that.
He's the one cheating.
No. As a gentleman, that's not something I do. I do respect the gentleman's code. I wouldn't do that. I'm a gentleman with women, not with you two. Why would I don't want to have sex with you two.
We didn't even
What?
think
You
it.
two do that anyway with each other. So
No, don't.
I like the way you looked away from me when you said that.
Yeah, with
No, I don't know if you've heard, chaps.
You didn't deny it either, which makes it even funny.
Just imagine you this. You're.
The drink.
That's what you was like.
Ladies and gentlemen, Matty the Sheep Morris.
Yeah.
Actually, no, Sean the Sheep for them.
Oh man.
Was that even was that a retarded
It's a good
sheep?
goat.
Nah.
It's a goat, really.
Go on anyway. Go on.
Well, don't know if you've seen it, but about a week ago, a video got put on. About a week ago.
Okay, get the fucking started.
Obviously, of a fella getting revenge on his missus who was cheating on him, but in the classiest way going. Do you say, oh, you
I think I know what you're going to say.
Yeah, it's like,
seen this,
oh,
yeah.
you
Just the makeup
cheating.
one.
No, you're like, you cheating bitch, you'd be like that, wouldn't you?
No.
Or if it was the other way around, you cheating cunt, you get out of my house and all this. Do you know what I mean? Like, would you?
My house, I pay for it.
Yeah.
No, you
Good, that's the thing. Well, this guy he goes on back basically when he found out, but he kept it quiet for a few days.
I know
Wait till the Friday.
I know this.
I made it look dead romantic.
Oh, I know it is. I
As
know
with
100% what
heroin,
it is. It's freaking brilliant.
he has like all these bits. And
Oh my God, this
he's
is
like,
genius.
she thinks she's going to see like the Northern Lights and everything. And, you know what I mean? She's like dead happy. But he'd seen on her Facebook she'd been chatting with some guy called Thomas Rue. You know, obviously this is what I've got from the video.
Yeah.
Obviously I'll show you later after because it's like 12 minutes long.
Yeah, it is a long video.
And yeah, she's reading through it, she's like all happy, you're crying and all that sort of thing. And he goes, open that one. But in the box it's his house key. You know what I mean? He's like, okay, open that one last, but obviously open the heart first. And it's like a little romantic poem. She's like, oh, you know, all this. And she turns and goes, and all it says is, who the fuck is Thomas Rue? And he literally just picks up 2 bags and goes, I'll see you later. as his phone, walks down these stairs, opens the door, closes the door, posts the key through the hole, obviously the post box.
Just fucks off.
Yeah, just gets in his car and goes, that's how you do it, lads. That's how you do it. Classy. Gets his sunglasses on, puts his bass hunts on, and goes, just like boom, 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 boom. He's little driving away, is fucking. That is the classiest breakup
Do you know what?
I have ever seen in my life.
There is one better than that though, and it happened this week as well. This guy also finds out there's a woman cheating on him, and he proposes to her. And he proposes to her, she starts crying, she goes, yes! Like that, she goes, I'll just have a look underneath, like, because the ring's obviously in the little box.
Yeah.
Just lift the finger up and say, you are now engaged to such and such, the fella that she was cheating on.
Wait, what?
The fella that she was cheating on is called, I think it's like Mark, something like that.
Yeah.
And the guy who was with her decided to propose to her. Gives her the ring, she starts crying, and then underneath the ring there was like a little thing, so it opened. He goes, you are now engaged to Mark. I was just like, and then he literally does basically the same thing as he did, just picks up his bags and walks off. And she's like, and there's like a hidden camera as well, but I think it was her camera. He said, yeah, I've just set up one of her cameras to record this.
Right, guys,
Sorry, I thought it was on vibrate.
well, it was.
It was on vibrate and sound.
Well, obviously,
Put that on a tray.
have you ever heard of the guys that are actually, funny enough, called Axis of Awesome?
Yes.
Have you?
No.
Well, you're going to watch it now.
Why are we watching videos?
These people can't see the video.
Well, I'll be putting.
That's why I try to avoid putting videos up here.
Well, it's basically three Aussies, and they're actually doing obviously 4 chords. They play some obviously the top music hits.
Oh, I've done that. They've done all 20.
Yeah, and he's like, well, the fuck you, Stuart Little. Oh, I thought it was class. But like, what makes me laugh about it the most is how they get the songs there, off by memory. You think, fucking hell, I didn't think you'd be able to just switch into
It's
that
all
one.
the same 4 chords.
Yeah, same 4 chords.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, obviously, you can go in and out if you get me. So.
I knew he'd laugh at that. You should know beforehand. As soon as you went in, and I was just like, he's going to say out, and he went, and out. I was like, oh, for God's sake.
But,
this is the most immature child I've ever met. And you've somehow... That's a good thing, because that's a record that no one else has. But, friggin' hell, Mike. You should have known. You should know better. And you said you came prepared. Friggin' hell.
Oh, you didn't come prepared. They didn't have a song.
I did.
They didn't have a backup song. You had to go and look for it.
Well, to be fair, the thing I thought was like he wouldn't have a backup song. I just knew anyway. But to be brutally honest, I genuinely didn't know what that song was in my life.
It's one of them. Like, everyone just seems to be like, oh. No.
So have
Do
you
you know what? I've actually got the most the funniest thing going right now.
Go on.
Is this a story?
Yes, from last week, from my own personal life.
Oh, yeah.
Right, did I tell you about this one today?
No.
Last Sunday, right, when the podcast was cancelled for a certain reason, I was in the Keating residence, as you do, minding my own business, going to Facebook, and everyone's like, such and such has done this and such has done that. I was like, what the fuck's going on? And one of the lads I'd actually gone to school with was on Jeremy Kyle.
I remember that, yeah.
And I was just like, what?
What did he do? Who is
No,
it?
because he was trying to find out whether it's some I can't say for a certain reason.
Yeah, you can.
No, you can't.
You
Can't.
You can.
I'm not willing to say.
You can.
Just say some bird.
No,
It was some lad.
No, what had happened? I want to know what had happened.
Oh, what happened? Sorry.
I'm not
I forgot
asking
to
you
the name. Basically, they wanted to see if obviously there's DNA tests for like the kids and that.
God's sake.
But like, they were talking about like why?
How the freaking hell did you get a job out of Pleasanton? And you went to the same school as this guy. What the frick?
I ask myself that question every day I wake up. I think, why the
I'm surprised your freaking school wasn't bombed while you were all there.
Why do you think it was called HM Pleasington? Or HMP Pleasington?
It doesn't mean
Her Majesty's Prison Service Pleasington. That was the piss thing. Because every window had bars on it.
This week on Jeremy Kyle, everyone from Pleasanton's still here.
Your
I don't know
parents
why I'm
didn't
doing a Louis Brown voice, but just doing it anyway.
And no, but what made like they were talking about. Dude, and he turns around, right, and he just says, "What was it? Like she's like, well, if it's yours, this, that, and the other. You're obviously being honest with him. I want to do this. I want to start a family, and etc. etc."
Sod off, you're on the.
And I nearly fell asleep, and the bit that caught me, I was in fucking hysterics for about half an hour. As he turned around and went, "I've got 142 pot plants sitting in my house." 142 pot plants in my house. Do you know how much money that is throwing away? I was just like,
142 pot plants.
no, I'm sitting there, right, I'm sitting there, like, with my headphones, looking at this, just like.
I can just imagine him just attending to his sunfire going, oh, it's got a bit long.
No, but this is the thing, even there, right, and it's just like,
No.
and then Jeremy goes, like, obviously, he all goes, "But why didn't you think about the game and all this?" He goes, "Well, I had only 2 more days before it was harvest." I was like, oh my god. I felt like just like looking at my telly and just running at it and like repeatedly just like smashing.
I think it's time to get Graham in.
No, but that's the thing, not even Graham would go on the stage. I was just like, and then
2 days before.
Mate, but what made 2 days before it was to be harvest, I was just like,
Oh
Wait, did he go to prison now?
no, but the thing is, he was also in prison for 6 months.
no. 142 freaking pot plants full of weed,
Yeah,
probably.
but what made me laugh though is he turned around and showed how much money you're basically throwing out the window. I felt like, I just like,
If it's anything more than 150 quid, mate, we all know what it is.
no, but what made me laugh is he turned around right, at the beginning.
That is the most amazing thing the world has ever contributed to Jeremy Kyle. Oh my god.
Like, I was just like stunned by
That's
how he could just openly say that on national television. I was like,
Do you remember you what, mate? Do you remember that? That's what he's in the same calibre as that kid.
like, it's just like, oh. Like, how can you sit there on national television?
So you got pot plants.
Yeah, and admit
I
to
think
it?
we all know how that's possible.
Just come
He
from
went to
the...
Pleasanton.
I fucked with the system. I was supposed to make pop plants, boys. I was supposed to be sitting here while making sure they're all ready for harvest and everything. Christmas special edition.
I love the fact that I've got 142 plot plants and he'd be like, but no one knows where I live. Yeah, just, it's alright mate, just we drive past it out. I almost when it's snowing, you're the only one who's got no snow on his roof. Fucking idiot.
Yes. What made me laugh the most about it, like, is how at the beginning he's like, the fella, obviously the girl's new fella, was like really, really like serious. Like, I want to be able to adopt the kid. Do you know what I mean? Like, willing, bought clothes and everything for the kid.
What was this girl like?
Can't remember. I don't give a shit. I was more interested in just.
No, I don't mean
laughing.
looks. I mean just like, was she chavvy? Was she?
Yeah.
And the serious guy, was he like chavvy?
Yeah,
Or?
he was, I'd say he was quite.
He's upper brow, wasn't he? So
Well,
he's got himself a bit on the loose side.
no, to be fair, if he's happy, he's happy. But anyway, no, he was like dead serious about it. You know what I mean? I thought, wow, it's one of them. It's when you got your own kids, it's one of them. But when you're willing to take someone else's kid on as your own, it's a big sort of step.
Yeah.
And this lad's like, over my dead body, mate. Over my dead body, mate. I'll go to court, and I was like, Oh my god.
Were you mates with this guy?
No.
Thank God.
Because if you had been, that had explained a lot. Is that your stories done then, I'm assuming?
No. Another one from Jeremy Carver.
One more, alright.
Did
Okay,
you ever hear
I can
about...
load up then.
Did you ever hear about, guys, where was it? In Liverpool, there was a girl that did a fundraiser
Go on.
for a girl with meningitis.
Can't remember.
She lost, obviously, all her limbs.
What a lovely, heartfelt story to bring to
No,
the
I'm not,
podcast.
no.
Making us feel cheery, like, don't you?
No, like, no, seriously though.
Oh, not Christmas. No,
Mel. No, but seriously, I don't know if you heard it. Like, a post on Facebook went viral saying, "Look for this girl. She's made money off his niece's like name. Like it was, I think her name was like Hayley or something. Like
What, as in Hayley Williams?
That's what I was thinking.
That's the first thing I thought.
No, it was like this
I know it's
big
not
girl
her.
in Liverpool, and she's like, she organised a little charity event and stuff for this girl, and this, that, and the other.
Do not drop the thing, whatever you do.
She's like, oh, we raised like £300 for this and this, that, and you're trying to justify it. But she wouldn't take a lie detector to say she's spent the money.
Who the girl?
Yeah.
Okay.
She refused to take it. So obviously the fella comes out on stage, and then Jeremy went, obviously, did you write this post? He went, yeah, I did. Because I think it's wrong if you're going to say you're making it for that person.
Yeah.
Yet you're keeping it for yourself, and we had to. She was being chased for 2 weeks to get the money, and
Wait, is this the person with no limbs or a different one?
No, this is
the woman who's behind it.
Yeah, behind it altogether. Her mum backed her up and everything.
Yeah.
And obviously they were just like you get talking about it, and then he said to her, well, how much was the venue? And it was, well, at first it was free, and then he told us 150 quid, and then we had to throw, and all this, and I first thought, okay then, we'll see what happens. And literally they emailed the obviously the venue to ask for their comments, and they literally just give them everything, CCTV, everything. But obviously they can't show it for certain reasons. But they said we were fine with it. We said they can have it for free, but we were under the impression they were letting some of her friends in for free.
So
because she was charging like £10 to get in.
Where's this leading, mate?
Where's this going in there?
I find it wrong if you're going to do a charity event under someone's name to help people and you fuck them over.
Okay, that's that story now.
Okay.
Next one.
No, it
it's a bit harsh cutting them off like that.
No, considering this is a kid with no legs, no arms. Do you know what I mean? But apparently she's full of life and everything. You think?
Well, she's happy. She's happy. Leave her be.
No, not that. No, man. Like what I'm trying to say is it's wrong.
You're genuinely the type of person who would roll that kid down a hill just to see what would happen.
No, it's disgusting. Nah, because what I'm saying is, what happens if Mill had meningitis? Do you, and I stop? I'm
good. You do kill them.
I'm using this as a obviously an attempt of an example.
Some example saying that one of your best mates has got meningitis, but go on. I want to see. I'm intrigued where this goes.
And say Matty does a fundraiser under your name.
He wouldn't do that.
Nah, I wouldn't.
But say
I did a fundraiser under your name then, but I didn't give your mum and dad the money. How would you feel?
I'd be dead.
You would have lived.
No,
I mean I'd be dead inside because that'd be just harsh.
Well, how do you think this family feels then?
Yeah, I can imagine.
Because they've and the fact they had to go on national television to get that point across.
So what happened in the end? Did they shame her or?
Yeah, they shamed her.
Good.
They said, we're back, and then Jeremy turned around, you know what? I'll write a cheque for £500.
to get them on.
Giving £500.
£500
You
towards.
psych it. You earn 70, 80 grand a year. You give him 500. I think he gives more than that. He does his show in America as well. Isn't he giving friggin' 500 quid? It's out.
Every story has a silver line.
But yeah.
But we've got gaming news to do now, which is where
and movie news. Well, movie review.
Bloody hell, we're going to have to fit a lot in.
We've got time.
Well, we're just going to have to make this a longer podcast then.
Sound.
If we want to start off with doing the movie review...
I'll do that one first.
Have a donut?
Not yet.
Okay.
We can have them after. Yesterday, people, we've already briefly mentioned we went to see the Hunger Games
Mockingjay Part 2.
This is the conclusion to the big epic series of the Hunger Games books, as well as the trilogy of films that have come out beforehand. Starring Jennifer Lawrence as Katniss Everdeen, Josh Hutcherson as Peter Millark, obviously Woody Harrelson was there.
Liam Hemsworth as the other guy.
Liam Hemsworth as Gale. And obviously I always forget President Coyne, Julianne Moore.
President Snow.
Donald Sutherland.
Who was the guy who did the game creator?
Donald Huffman.
Yeah, you could see that.
Philip Seymour Hoffman. Obviously you had Stanley Tucci as Caesar Flickerman.
He was remember hilarious.
Just for the kick-off, he doesn't really feature in this film. But
He does like a 2-minute foot.
It has like 2 minutes and that's it. But to be fair, his character's not even in Mockingjay in the books, so they just flew him in for a little bit because everyone loves him. He's the most badass character ever. But this carries on from the first part of Mockingjay, which is effectively a setup of this big ending. We're going to firstly talk about these two crapping themselves when a scary thing happened.
Oh, fuck
he crapped himself.
He scared me as well.
The most beautiful thing was like I knew it was coming when they were already underground anyway, and I was sat there. If you've read the books, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about when the nuts come. And I was sat there. First things first, I didn't expect they'd look like that. I had a lot different image completely in my mind, but I was sat there and I was waiting for this moment to come off. I thought, this feels great knowing what's going to happen before these two do.
I'm used to watching like films when you see them all with the rifles and they're just like, no, nothing. And the last one turns around and you're just waiting for something like a T-Rex to go, fuck.
T-Rex. Mikey Keating, 2015, T-Rex in a tunnel.
Have you watched Jurassic Park, mate?
I don't remember many of them being in a very, very maintenance tunnel,
no.
You know.
Okay.
You couldn't even explain his ridiculous
the head then. Might fit. Obviously, the arms won't because
it's in the head.
But the best thing
was just like that for the summer.
Do you know the best thing was though? Like literally. You're so friggin' stupid sometimes.
Little arms like.
Mikey Keating, ladies and gentlemen.
I can just picture it now. There's this big head.
Just to let you know, people, we're still doing a movie review.
His little arms like.
Stop, child.
His 2 big legs like child.
Stop, child. Just stop. Just stop.
Yeah, it's funny.
It is funny. It's just stupid though. It is stupid. Only he was able to be in a frigging tunnel.
Oh my god. But it's shit. No, but how funny would that be?
Like, not like we're trying to do a review and anything.
Oh, sorry.
Velociraptor come flying in afterwards. Jurassic Games.
No, when like they're all fighting with him, I was expecting like Dom Toretto to come down and his charger. Hunger Games.
The Fast and Furious Jurassic Games.
I don't have friends. I have family.
I could just him and friggin' T-Rex just hugging each other at the end of it all, just like,
Oh,
go! Just got one of his little foot scoops on his head, like just straight.
and then friggin' T-Rex has just got stripes down his back and all that.
Go for on his legs, he's got just like two discs just painted on the canvas, just painted and everything.
that didn't make me laugh.
You did alright and then you ruined it, didn't you? When it comes to the climax, you can't finish.
You're not. For some reason. Oh my god.
Just stop.
I can see
Just
T-Rex
stop.
in the tunnel. Like the Hunger Game characters, and then just Dom Toretto like.
So if you want to listen to a 2-hour podcast, I'm sorry, but it's his fault. So I'm not even going to talk about that tunnel scene, just in fear of kicking you off again.
God, just
Something scary happens and he crapped himself, basically.
no, like literally, to be fair, bits of
And do you know
friggin'.
what I loved about that scene though? Like, it took so long for them to get to the jump scare. I was like, is it even going to happen? And then she turned back and I was like, yeah, that's going to happen now. And then these two
No, the bit like when he goes under it first. What was his name? The guy who couldn't speak. Pollux. I thought he was gonna get like jumped or something.
Well, I'm
No.
obviously reading the books, I know.
Yeah,
like, but
no, he goes through and like obviously he's got his gut. I was thinking, oh shit, you were gonna like you only come back and just went like that. I was expecting something to like jump out and grab him or
I knew
whatever.
that.
But I was thinking, okay, let's see what happens, and then obviously, like, it just
It was Castor, his brother, who got caught out, and then obviously they start. I'm not going to say, but there's a death here. Like,
It's my favourite character.
his favourite characters, and the death is so cool. Just like, but it was like, I was like, oh, no, Jimmy, no. I'm just going to use the name Jimmy. And the thing with this film was like, I knew, obviously because I've read the books, I knew what was happening. I loved the fact that when they escaped and they had to hide into the Citadel, when they were hiding there, and the first reaction that he made when they went into the Tigress' apartment, what the fuck? It's like, what did you expect? It's a capital.
well, I was expecting a person.
That's
fucking tiger.
The first thing is like,
get round.
I was like,
T-Rex
to go on all
makes
fours, like.
just stop with the T-Rex, man. We need to get through this review. Does he sell bloody Dulux by any chance, mate?
He probably does, and he's German.
It's German handler like sitting in the corner.
They will explain that one later to everyone.
Yeah, but literally, there was some it was tense. There were parts of that film that are absolutely tense. I know you two didn't really see I don't think you two seen the ending coming.
No, I wasn't expecting that.
No, I knew, and I was. Can I just make a point?
I was.
Donald Sutherland is the coolest mother.
Okay.
In the he was just like President Snow.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He was just stood there, even when he was coughing his guts up. He was like, this big smile on his face, just like, yeah, I got your. And that scene when he's
Surrounded.
when he's talking with Katniss, there's a reason for it. People, anyone who's watched the film so far will know what's coming anyway. But there's a scene where they're talking that was executed spot on from the book. So it was so the way I thought it was, and then obviously the ending with the big ending anyway that nobody. Well, he didn't see it coming. I doubt you.
No, I saw it coming after the conversation.
Yeah, after the conversation, after that conversation, when it was like, oh, I heard a groan in the back. No, what?
No, wait, I did get hints at this in between.
I did my usual thing at the end though, didn't you? Was that it?
Yeah, which no one laughed at this time. It went on deaf ears.
Oh, that fella that was snoring.
It was the fella that was
Oh my god, we weren't even 5 minutes in.
It was like,
I know, and we're listening to it and all you hear is, I was like, and I knocked you, and I went, can you hear that? And you went, no.
And 5 minutes later, I went,
And then you knock me with, can you hear that? I went, yeah. And then 5 minutes later, it got louder. We knocked Matty. I went, can you hear that? Fucking hell, within 20 minutes, everyone in the cinema could hear it, yeah.
I actually turned around, she looked at me and then looked at her boyfriend. Still didn't wake him up.
How pissed off with them? Can you imagine the rage of that woman? I've been waiting to watch this. And then you get this when I want the film. Oh,
do you know the amazing thing is like that film? Do you know the amazing thing is like it's been out for 2 weeks? How packed was it?
Yeah, it's
quite
still packed after 2 weeks, which just says a lot about how big this series is and has become.
Although I didn't watch part 1.
You didn't watch part 1, so I suppose in your case you've still got to watch part 1.
Now that I know.
Sorry, whose fault's that?
That is your fault. You've had 2 weeks to bloody watch it.
Busy.
You've got no busy.
FIFA.
Yeah, I know.
Syndicate.
Yeah.
Nah,
Just Cause.
Yeah, okay, Just Cause the problem.
Yeah.
Oh, don't forget.
Drive Club.
Project Cars.
Project Cars. All those different.
F1. So, and you haven't had time to do that, right?
My dad did tell me it wasn't worth watching, to be fair. Part 1. He said
The first one is like basically like Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1, where it just sets it up. Yeah.
It drags it. It's like somebody dragging your car.
Do you know the amazing thing is like there's a scene here where Katniss gets shot. I'm not spoiling for anyone, but that should have been the ending to Part 1. I thought, near the start.
Yeah.
Oh, when she's like doing the speech.
In the book, when the train comes through, as like in the first part of the book, that's how the first part of the last book ends, with her getting shot. That's how that first film should have ended. No. Rather than with Peter going absolutely nuts in the frigging asylum when they drag him back from the first. You can't even remember because you've only seen it once, can you?
I can.
You can't.
He goes to kill her, but they grab him back.
Yeah, and then
But at the beginning of obviously part 2.
Yes,
she's trying to, because it's all swollen.
Yeah. I genuinely think like this film was a solid film.
I did have bits where I wasn't a bit.
Because that's what. Because for some reason, for me, it's like there were action scenes in there that were brilliant, well executed. I mean, the way that
I'll give that
there's 2 characters that die at once, and the way that they get killed with the building, is like the Capitol runs in. You know what I mean with the 2 characters.
Yeah.
It's just like I remember it in the book now, but I remember just watching it again. It's rocket launcher, RPG, and the whole frigging building just got. I was like,
wow.
You noticed though, when they shoot the building, only that section.
Because in the book it's in sections, but they don't explain that in the film, so I can understand why you think that.
No, but in real life explosion, like physics,
they destroyed the staircase around.
No, it would make that gap go. And then obviously the tremor would go. That's battlefielding for you, because you blow one hole, the rest is gonna go.
What did you think though? Because obviously you've watched the first 3. No, you watched all of them there.
Do you know what? I thought it was a good conclusion.
Yeah, I thought it was a solid conclusion.
But I'll give Jimmy his due. That was one hell of a last scene for him.
What?
I knew that was.
And do you know what it reminded me of, Matt? It reminded me of you went to Battlefield Friends. You're the Colonel. They're just all like badass he was.
Can I just? I'll say one thing though. It's like the guy who
I'll show you the thing later.
The guy who
remind
played him. I can't say because obviously people who, if they know the actor, then they'll know the character. But he got that character portrayal so right in the films, in the book, from the books though. He must have read the book so accurately because he exacts exactly the way he needed to in each film, and that's some of the best acting I've seen for a character at least. Yeah. I've read the Divergent series. I've read the Maze Runner.
That seems to be taking.
No.
Divergent.
Go on.
Off topic.
The Divergence. I'm just relating it to the characters per se. Like in the Divergent series, no one really gets the characters spot on, and in the Maze Runner, the only one is the main character who gets it spot on. So it's nice to see some characters getting it spot on. Katniss was perfect as ever.
I like Catching Fire, to be honest. That's my favourite.
Catching Fire is probably the best one. This isn't as good as Catching Fire, but I think it's a more.
Catching Fire is the second.
Catching Fire.
That's Quinquell, isn't it?
Quarter Quell. Yeah. I genuinely think that this film was ace ending to finish off the series. Not as good as Catching Fire.
Although the epilogue ending was a bit.
No, that was in the book, and I was surprised they did that. I didn't think they would.
I thought it was just slow.
I think they did that to satisfy the female audience who wanted to see the ending between her and Peter.
I mean,
not that.
No.
That didn't even happen in the film. That didn't even happen in the book. Shut your smutty face. But what would you give it a rating, Mike? Let's just get away from him.
hey, I've shocked him to death.
Why do we have you here sometimes? I don't know.
Okay, I will come next week.
You didn't even bring a story this week.
I did. Bree fucking stole it.
No, you didn't.
No, I
do anything.
didn't.
I did.
You didn't say anything.
It was meant to be the fucking Nando story.
That's not a story.
That's not a story.
That's a personal thing.
Still a story.
No.
No.
Still a story.
A story. Oh my
It
god.
happened
bring
yesterday.
it.
You drive a Mazda 2. That's a story. There you go.
Okay.
The Wales. There you
That
go.
could be our story.
No, we're not doing it now.
Next
What would you
week.
give it a rating?
Next week.
What would you give it a rating, Mike?
Solid film. Good way to conclude the series.
Yeah.
Good
Look.
set of actors. I actually liked the black dude.
Shit.
Like,
Happened
I
again the
thought
second
he was badass. I actually thought he was quite badass.
Yeah, he's badass, that guy. Boo.
I'd probably go a good strong. Due to the snoring in the background, you know.
Due to the snow in the background and those pricks in front of us.
Oh my god, those bitches.
Always new fit.
He was just
Is
basically
that what I was
talking.
saying?
I sat like right behind the loudest one
So
as
did
well.
we.
So did we were there.
No, but you were like sitting there, like she was directly like I just felt like just grabbing. I just felt like
I was extremely close to saying something. I'm not gonna lie. I was just
no, but someone in front of them actually told them to shut
But
up.
he kept talking anyway, so it didn't matter.
No, but what annoyed me the most is do you know the bit like what I thought was funny. Do you know the bit obviously when the mutt came?
Yeah.
Right.
They
I
shot
sort
themselves.
of me and him sort of like they went.
Actually crapped
Yeah,
themselves.
that's what you get for not watching the fucking film, love. Because you don't know what's gonna happen. You're in a dark tunnel. A woman's got one torch, no fire. Oh, fucking do that.
So come on then.
Welcome to Doom, love.
What was your rating then?
I'd say a good 8.8.
Okay.
I thought it was quite reasonable considering I had to, you know. I bit of me was thinking, it won't be as good as obviously part 1, but
Yeah, it was
I'm a
definitely
bit.
better than that one. I'm saying.
Unless you've watched part 1, part 2 seems like really good. But when you watch part 1, it's even better.
It's more of a setup. It's more tense than it is in the second.
Yeah,
one.
it's like a great FIFA goal.
No,
Like, you got that setup,
no, shut up.
and then you got
Score.
Matty Morris that takes over.
Matty,
and,
come on.
Solid 8. Just dead 8.
Yeah, I think I'm sort of slotting in between you two. I'm going to go with an 8.4 just to average everything out. Because I've got no complaints. I just don't think it was as good as Catching Fire.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed.
and that's because. But the sad thing is, it's like the book of Mockingjay is actually better than Catching Fire.
Although I was.
I just
I
think
think it was just a
there
film
were just some
portrayal of it.
scenes that they left out that they could have put in.
And they killed off my favourite.
I remember you saying
Which happens in the
though,
book.
there's
I know, but I'm still not
there's a few bits. But like, I actually sort of read the last book. I actually did read the last book. You know, when you said
You
to
can
read.
Sorry.
The last thing we need is your interruptions because we've got ages to go yet, and we're already an hour and 18.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
So shut up.
Right, I actually read the last book. Do you remember when we watched Catch a Fire? Can you please like read the last book because I do not want to be fucking explaining it to you again. Okay, then so I read it, and obviously it got to the bit near the end, and I not realised I know what happens here, and his face was like,
Yeah.
what? I was like dead shocked. But there was bits in there that I was a bit, well, why have they missed that out? Why have they
There
missed?
were parts that I thought they could have included. I'm not going to go through them now because we're pressed for time. But there
Yeah.
were parts that I thought if they'd have put them in as well,
It would, but
It probably
still, I
have-
thought it was a good
it
film.
was a good film. I've
I
got no
enjoyed
problem with it. No, that's all.
Anyway, chaps,
Gaming news now.
what
Yes.
the podcast is built on and around.
Well, this was supposed to be for last week, but Captain Spartacus over there balls that up.
As usual.
it's
I'm going to talk about the games that have either come out this month or will be coming out this month.
Okay.
There's not that many. Just Cause obviously came out. Kung
Monday.
Fu Panda Showdown of Legendary.
There's a game for
Legends.
Kung Fu Panda coming out.
It's already out.
Rainbow
movie's
Six Siege
coming
is
out
out.
next year.
Rocket
It
League.
could be bad.
Rocket League Chaos Run DLC's out. I need to buy that. Forgot about that.
World of Tanks open beta out now.
Well, it's already been out for PC.
That's why I said it's out now on PS4.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh yeah, him there. Oh, I'm in the bridge. Oh no. Engine failure.
And do you want to know what else is coming out? A DLC for Star Wars, and that's
Yeah,
about it.
exactly.
December is literally one of those months where nothing happens for gaming.
I don't know.
So if you want some more gaming news for December releases, come back to us next December. I've got more gaming news though, don't worry about
Game
that.
reviews we got.
Yeah, we'll do them after we've gone through the stories. Project Cars has released a survey. It's now, been 6 months since Project Cars was released? May?
We'll
So-
Yeah, 6 months.
yeah, and now only one of us is at Jamie,
Sure
and
not.
one's at Chester.
And the other one doesn't even work at his old job now. It's quite a big change, that guys.
Project Cars is literally talking about stuff that they could be adding into future DLCs, and obviously they've asked obviously the natural questions of what do you think of Project Cars so far, what do you think they're handling,
I like it.
I love it.
you know, the realism settings, what type of assists and stuff
I
they use. They're
like
asking
the tuning
what
setup.
camera views do you use? Do you use steering wheel, steering brand, racing wheel? Do you play career mode? Do you use the accolades? Do you do historic? They're literally asking anything
To do with the game.
to do with the game to begin with,
Yeah.
and then now they start to ask like, what type of car classes do you use? What type of, and then they go,
GT4 because it's
and
got
then
the rocket bunny.
and then obviously they start saying, what era of cars are you interested in? What do you prefer, street cars or race cars? And then they ask the first question: which cars would you like to see more of in Project Cars? So tuner cars, muscle cars, supercars, hypercars, GT cars, classic GT, Le Mans prototype, classic Le Mans, Super GT, modern F1, classic. These are all options, by the way. Classic F2, Formula Renault, other open wheel, British Touring Car Championship, World Car Championship, DTM Classic Touring Cars, Daytona prototypes, IndyCar, Classic IndyCar, Champ Car, NASCAR, Classic NASCAR, Time Attack, Drag Racing, Drifting, Classic Rally, Rallycross, Dirt, Oval. And I said that with all. What are you doing? And I said that in one breath. And he also,
Hey Mill, what you think I'm doing?
I don't want to know what you're doing, especially not in my room. And he also asked what type of brands do you want to see. Don't forget what I've just mentioned there.
What type of bands? Like,
British touring cars, don't forget they put that option in there, just saying.
the
Everyone
company is
selected.
British.
Everyone selected. They've also said,
Chevy Matisse.
do you really want me to go through every single manufacturer that they've listed here?
No.
Let's have a look. Can I just have a
No,
quick...
because we could, if I look.
No, just let me... just show me the first page bit you got there.
Look, there.
I can't see, it's clear.
Oh, I'm just going to read it.
Oh,
Acura,
God.
Alfa Romeo, Aston Martin, BMW,
Don't do
Buick,
that in
Bugatti.
one breath.
They're not in one breath, I'm not doing it. I can't now, you've ruined it. Bugatti, Cadillac, Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Ferrari, Fiat, Ford, General Motors, GMC, Honda, Holden, Hummer,
Gonna be
Hyundai,
a
Infiniti, Isuzu, Jaguar, Jeep, Kia, Koenigsegg, Lamborghini, Lancia, Land Rover, Lexus, Lincoln, Lotus, Maserati, Mazda, McLaren, Mercedes-Benz, Mercury, Mini, Mitsubishi, Nissan, Oldsmobile, Pagani, Peugeot, Pontiac, Porsche, Renault, Rolls-Royce, UF, Saab, Saturn, Kia, Subaru, Suzuki, Tesla, Toyota, Volkswagen, Volvo, other.
I heard people
Why
post
Tesla?
that, by the way.
A lot of people like Tesla.
Oh, have you heard about that kid that actually
It's
raced his mum and dad's Tesla?
I love the way that when you say, why I don't like Tesla, well they got Tesla, why are they asking people? Because other people like Tesla.
No, I like Tesla. I'm just saying why. I'm quite surprised why you put it in so early.
It's like I said, Alfa Romeo, I don't like Alfa Romeo, I don't need that in the game. I don't like. No, there's other people than you know. The game doesn't revolve around you.
The game just go onto Civic and that's it.
And they ask, literally, they talk about the racing leagues, you're completing a league, you do driver network events, have you downloaded the DLC? I ticked every single one, because I got every single one. They also say, what would you most like to see more of in future DLC packs, new cars, new tracks, new modes?
DTMs.
Got DTM new BCC.
BTCC, yeah. And then they ask the key question, which I think, and it allows you to tick up to 5, what feature of a racing game is most important to you? I'll tell you the ones that I picked. Physics and handling, dynamic weather conditions,
Yeah.
day to night transitions,
Yes.
number cars and tracks. They were the 5 that I picked.
The more cars are on track,
I love one of the options was graphics, but I'm not too fussed.
They're brilliant
I can
anyway.
Well-
live with that.
Obviously, because I've just currently bought myself an Xbox.
And they literally, like, they ask about, do you buy the merchandise for Project Cars? And they ask you, have you been satisfied with the developers? Have you been...
Oh, yeah.
Are you interested in purchasing a sequel? Obviously, everyone knows that they're making Project Cars 2.
Already.
Yeah. We announced this back in June, for crying out loud. It's going to have rallycross and hill climbs and stuff.
Oh my god, that'll be epic.
But
I am Matty Marsh. I don't listen to what happens to the world.
I forget stuff. Other news, obviously, I need to just quickly head over to this. But before I say that...
Have we ever had a sponsor on it?
No, we have not.
Okay.
We have had adverts listed, though, I'm not going to lie. Yeah. WRC 5, obviously, if you didn't know, has already had a patch.
Finally.
Yeah, F1 had an update the other day, I think.
No, I didn't.
No, I didn't.
FIFA did.
FIFA did, yeah. FIFA had an update.
I got my first two... No, I got 2 Team of the Weeks, lads, in 2 weeks.
And yet you still haven't beat me.
all that noise is made by a man who can't win it. Stop throwing stuff at him. This is my
He's eating it, isn't he?
I don't care. PlayStation is announcing that it's going to make a PlayStation Plus League.
Go on.
Now, I've only just I read this like last week from this, and I'm going to tell you the games that they're going to do. Now, if you're wondering, you can win prize pools for this and stuff like that. I'll tell you the games that they're doing. Obviously, FIFA and PES, the first two. PES obviously being console exclusive. Battlefield Hardline.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I know. It's not going to do Battlefield 4, is it? Because it's not the latest launch.
Yeah, but it should do
A lot of people still play it.
Yeah,
I know. Mortal Kombat 10, Ultra Street Fighter 4, and then you've got the car racing ones. Drive Club.
Yes.
Trials Fusion.
Don't.
Project Cars.
Yeah! Oh, F1.
No.
Who the friggin' hell's going to do a PlayStation League for friggin' Formula 1 with its servers that are about as bad as...
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to... No, I wouldn't say that.
To be fair, the AI are shit on it.
No. Online...
How many cans have
That's
you
right.
had?
2. 3. This is my third. Yeah.
Do you know what?
No, right. Literally, I would not play F1 online because imagine F1 2015 online because imagine this. And here we are live at Monza, and we've got Jetsy M53 synopsis. We think he's in third, but everyone is lagging, so we don't know where anyone else is.
Mikey Keating. Oh, he started. No, his wheels have fell off. Matty Morris.
But he's still moving.
His wheels seem to have stopped.
But I just think I was going to say like Project Cars and Drive Club. Looks like you're going to be having an addition to the Milo coming into your leagues there, and Trials, because I love playing Trials.
I love Drive Club and Project Cars.
And Trials would be a fun one to have a go in, just to
need
take
to
that.
buy
Hey, you're the FIFA one. Is it actually specified whether it's a like pro clubs or if it's ultimate team?
I think it's going to be Ultimate Team.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
No,
We're terrible. We
not.
are the worst team.
We're in Division 4.
We are the worst team I've
Anyone
ever
who's playing.
come across since the team that couldn't. No, just no. Now, before I do one last video, no, shut up.
Shut up a minute.
You shut up, because I want to say.
I'm bad. You're
Okay.
worse than me. You run at the fucking defenders.
You're worse than him.
You
Shut
go,
up.
No, you go.
You're
no,
worse than him.
No.
You're worse than him.
No,
You're
no.
worse than him.
I go to you.
Accept
Have a go, Matty. What you do? Pass it to him when there's 7 defenders next to him, and he gets stuffy enough to score.
No.
You won't even pass to me.
Mikey. The difference is you make stupid decisions. You make stupid decisions, like having a shot from 40 yards out.
How many times have you scored?
On FIFA 16?
Twice.
Twice! So shut your face.
Have I scored? Yes.
Twice! Well done.
Yeah.
Well done. Proud of you. What's the ball?
How many times have we got us into there's moments when no one else can score, I've gone on. Scored.
When are...
That's
Who
because
is
we're all lagging, that's
who
why.
is the most important player in our team? Thank you.
It's like I was just pointing the fingers
I was going to
on.
point at you. I was going to point at me. It's a fact. Do you want to deny a fact?
He gets the goals when we need
When
it.
you need a goal, you come to me. I love the way that Mikey goes, well, I score goals when no one else can get one. In the least important matches, when there's no pressure on. You do that thing, right, for people who don't, well, obviously no one watches us play FIFA Pro Clubs, but when we need a goal, let's say 90th minute, to just secure promotion or something, rather than passing it to someone in space, he thinks, I can do the 90th minute wonder and score from 30 yards out. And he knows I'm right because he's turning away from me and he's smiling. I can see the reflection of a Doctor Who poster, mate. That's not going to work.
Idiot.
What? No?
I'm going to say one last bit of gaming news, which is probably the most important piece of gaming news that I've said on the PS4.
Go on.
Mills
So,
getting a
We
good
know.
job.
We know at the minute that WRC 5 is the only rally game out. Next month we've got Sebastian Loeb Rally Evo, which looks, so far, waiting to see what Team VVV say about it and their hands-on, because they're going to be releasing that this week, so I can't wait for that. But the only time I've ever been slightly envious of PC owners is because of a game that they've got out at the minute. I'm not going to mention that game just yet because it will ruin the climax. It is literally a climax. Now,
Which you can't do.
Is this just suddenly take the piss out of the Virgin over here in a minute?
no, I wasn't even saying it. He said it. I was coming up to a point.
You set him up.
No, I didn't mean to. He just took advantage of it. He raped my point. But dirty whore. But this is probably the most important because rally games have been over the years alright at best. Haven't been as good since Evolution Studios did it. And the last proper physically based simulation rally game was Richard Burns Rally, which was over 10 bloody years ago. Now, at the minute, PC has got a game such as that. I won't say what it is because you two have forgotten, which is great because I can make my point. And rather than you interjecting halfway through going, it's that game!
I know what it
It's
is.
not bad,
Well, good, don't say anything. But I'm coming up to that point now. It is.
Look at his little challenged face.
As you know, Dirt Rally is PC at the moment.
Yeah.
All PC. They've been doing the early access. They've had classic cars, Mini Cooper, Lancia Delta,
Really?
all stuff like that. You know, they've just added in Subaru Impreza and in Evo and all that proper physically based game. Apart from the sense of speed, which is a bit slow. But I sat there and I thought, if that game would ever come to PS4, that would be probably the most best rally game since Richard Burns
So
Rally.
I was right with that.
Yeah, but you weren't supposed to say nothing.
I didn't know, I just guessed.
No, I haven't said. I've not got to the point yet.
Now,
Last week, Codemasters came out and said, after they just released Battle Decks, which is something that they would develop in Germany, went, we're now just going to focus on the racing genre completely. That's going to be our focus from now on. So it means games like F1 and rally games and stuff like that. And what's the other game? Grid is the other one that they did. Grid will be more focused. Knock that for us. And there is someone I know on Twitter who I follow for... Stop, you weird child. But there is someone on Twitter that I follow, I've forgotten their name, who comes up with when they find out when secret releasing for things comes up. They get listed months or like a couple of weeks beforehand saying this, and this. In Taiwan, Dirt Rally has been listed for the PS4 and Xbox One.
Really?
Now, we don't know when that's coming, but we know it'll be soon, and I'm assuming the first quarter of 2016. So that's before March. So
I'll be in game tomorrow, boys. Don't worry about me. I'll be free.
now, this is great because at last we're finally going to have two Titanic rally games going up against it. Sebastian Loeb Rally Evo, which has got a cracking car list, against Dirt Rally. We haven't seen enough of Sebastian Loeb Rally Evo to go, oh, that's going to beat it. We'll soon find out this week.
Does this mean WRC's just out the fucking window?
WRC 5 was out the window when it was launched.
Yeah.
It's just a fun game to play. Which
Yeah,
is
not really.
fair enough. It is fair
You know,
enough.
it's a shit game with me and Matty Morris. Just seems to come in the top 3 every single race.
That's a good point.
There's people like you see, obviously, because the fact where they're from, all you could see is like Spain,
Germany.
France, and we'll be in the worst of cars, and we'll be starting, and they're like going around these corners like they're slow. All you see is me and Matty just drifting. Like,
It just
like,
makes a change to see.
You're just gripping the road. It's sort of like Need for Speed
You
from
two
like
are just bouncing off
1998.
walls and stuff.
No, you're just like indicators on, just taking the piss as well. Like the whole wheel shufflers and everything as well.
Can I just say though, it's like I've seen the stage design for Dirt Rally, and I've seen it's got Pikes Peak as well, and so
Yeah.
does Sebastian Loeb Rally Evo. I must add, it's
Hasn't he
got
got the 1988 Pikes Peak. Like,
it's got the Suzuki Escudo, which is the most famous one in my eyes. The big red one with the world's biggest spoiler you've ever seen in your life.
Isn't there another one though that they've got on there as well?
Yeah, they got a few. They got the Suzuki SX4. They got the 208 that Loeb used this year, and that's just the Pikes Peak cars.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's
like,
just the Pikes Peak car.
I think there's like special cars for obviously
The thing with Dirt Rally, it's got Dirt Rally has the physics-based simulation, and it's got Rallycross in it as well as Dirt Rally.
Yeah.
Sebastian Loeb Rally Evo has the rally in the Pikes Peak, the time trial, Rallycross, and then 11 other game modes which we don't know about yet.
Really?
It's got 15 game modes in it.
Fuck off, really.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a big heavyweight scrap.
Sprint. But finish.
You finish first.
I told you, hey, I'll beat you on this. It's like 7 miles longer. Oh, alright, lad.
I'm
I can imagine him just going like that. Just drop it into neutral, still win. Just like,
Drop the controller for 5 seconds so you catch up.
Just me like inputting in reverse back.
I genuinely think. How can I just make it?
Really, like I'm like, where's he going? Well, you see my my leg though. Oh,
Can I just
sorry,
make
mate.
a key point?
Just driving his Mazda 2 on a right track. My leg. I'll be quiet, will you? Keep running to this.
I'll make
Run
it.
back over the guy's leg.
I'm gonna make a key point now. once you two
Morris Engineering.
will be open soon once I've woke up.
Yeah.
But I'll make the key point.
It's like 2:30 now.
Yeah.
Finally open up shop.
Shut
Off now later.
Shut up and flee.
Can't be after any more work.
What I wanna say is like, are we getting Sebastian Loeb Rally Evo?
May as well.
Because I know I am.
I've got every other game this
And it's got
me as well.
you can customise your vinyls and stuff like that. You can have your liveries and all
Can
that. Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Oh.
It's going to be a proper rally game. I'm waiting to. I'm a bit weary because it's Milestone, and I'm like,
I might be.
I think you should. I think what it is we'll
Can I
see
just-
what I want to see what VVV do this week. If I am impressed by it, I will let you two know.
Next week though, I will just thought I mentioned I will be doing a bit of a different review. Something that's against our core values here at the
Not porn, is
SD.
it?
What?
I know what it is. I know what he's saying, but we'll come back to that next week. It'll be a surprise for people.
But like,
It'll be a surprise for people.
okay.
We've got bloody how many
Pokemon
reviews?
next
How many reviews?
Nothing, that's a deal we've got going.
I'll explain.
I'm glad I don't know what that is because that's.
Yeah, let's explain it on the podcast. As you may have actually guessed by now, me and Matty are a bit of
Pokemon fans.
yeah. Anyway, so we've got this deal going.
my god.
Me and Matty are actually going to buy the X and Y. Wait for the new ones to come out. But we're gonna give it to like a certain day. Like obviously when both of us have done obviously the Pokemon League and all that. Then we're going to have Poke Slips basically. You got pink slips with cards. We're going to be like,
and you wonder why you're virgins. Seriously?
You didn't have to say it out fucking loud.
Everyone knew anyway, just by the fact that you're saying Pokemon I'm gonna do a tournament and all that. Look at you, freaking. How big's your anorak? Jesus Christ. You two, oh my god.
hey.
Oh, there's no hope.
Do you know what? Do you
There's
know
just
what?
no
You,
hope.
dude, you can.
Hey, some people like Pokemon.
Oh, yeah, some people like Pokemon, and then there's you two.
You do it for the laugh.
Do it for a laugh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, that's not what it is it? Yeah, laugh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got 123 EXP on my Pokemon monster, I'm gonna use.
No, it's not Monster. Get it right.
It's Pokemon.
Don't give two tosses at all. I don't care. Go get a woman.
We've tried, that's why we are stuck with Pokemon.
Wow, so your sexual cravings are now
Wait,
aligned to Pokemon.
let me just state the obvious here.
just...
Okay, that came out
we're
a bit
nearly an
wrong.
hour and a half into this
Can we go into
podcast.
reviews, please?
Wait, we're
Not talking
an
about
hour and a half
gay
into-
ass Pokemon battles.
Why are you suggesting my sexual cravings is a little Pikachu thing with a tackle?
Well, because one, it sounds about right,
That's
and
Jiggly
two,
Puff.
and two, you two have not denied anything.
No, I'm saying this now. I do not get sexually aroused at any shape or form.
I love the fact that he's laughing while he's trying to say it, trying to
He's laughing. Mate, in any
read
shape.
all about it. These two are Pokemon.
No, wait.
What?
I'd
All
like to
shape
jiggle your
and forms. Oh, fuck off. Moving on swiftly, right?
Okay, do you want to can we do some reviews? Because
Yeah,
we've all
we've got two.
We've got three. We've all got one review each to do.
Okay.
Now, because he's quite quick at doing reviews, because he doesn't do it properly, Matty can go first.
Right, my review is Battlefront.
Star Wars, if
Star
anyone
Wars,
doesn't
obviously.
know.
Actually,
Well,
you got two, haven't you?
No, got one.
No, he's only got one.
The other
Just
one's
calls
next
next week.
When did you get that?
Tuesday.
Tuesday, when it came out.
Needs to be out in 5 days.
Yeah, Battlefront I've had for 2 weeks now. I got bored after 4 hours.
Do you want to explain the game modes and stuff?
Right, there's
like
only multiplayer. The survivor mode's just bollocks.
I thought it's going to Zoe, multiplayer and multiplayer. I was explaining it. Just the way he had this hand, just, it was multiplayer and just multiplayer. I was waiting for him just
Right, there's one little single player mode which is survival. It's basically like zombies, but they shoot.
Keep going.
Right,
Yeah, I know, I'm thinking that already, but carry on. No, shut up. Let him try and do his review rather than acting like an absolute speng.
you play as one of the heroes, so either Darth Vader, Luke, or...
He's not a hero.
Who?
Darth Vader's not a hero.
Yes.
He's
He
not.
saves
Okay, you
Luke
play as one
in
of the main villains, so what's
He saves Luke in the Return of the Jedi.
He's not a hero.
He is.
He's not.
He is.
And he's not.
He is.
He's part of the dark side. I'll go shove a lightsaber up your ass. Shut up. Go on, Matty, sorry.
I'm lost.
Matty, you were talking about the heroes.
Right, so you can either play as one of the heroes,
Okay.
or the villains, but you have to survive a certain game mode. Well, certain amount of levels. Of
I'm assuming
okay,
it's 10.
15.
15, okay.
Oh my god, he jumped it up 5
I know, right.
Jesus. What did he do? Hey guys, we'll
Do you know
give
when
him...
someone does a review and you're supposed to shut up? Yeah, about time someone told you to shut up.
Same to you.
That's fine.
But to be honest, it's kind of dull. It's the same thing over and over and over.
What is there any good things about it then? What? No,
music? No.
No, there's no music.
no. I distinctly remember that there was just Star Wars music, which we all know, which gives you good nostalgia vibes for about half an hour.
And then it goes.
Yeah.
The only,
And then you're just like, oh, for fuck's sake.
the only good thing about it is when you're playing multiplayer, you can control the ATSD, the small one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's to be fucking fun part of the fucking game.
Well, the graphics are
Well,
really good.
the graphics.
are very,
I've seen a
very
few
good.
funny videos, to be fair.
The one where Luke Skywalker's jumping.
Yeah,
everyone.
everyone's-
And the fella's just like, I've seen the one with him. Do these snow things?
Yeah.
Off is it New Hope? Is it?
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, when they're wrapping around the ATS.
This is a proper Star Wars nerd, by the way. People reviewing this game. I just want to make that point.
I'm a bit of a Star Wars nerd, but
No,
not as
he's
much
a
as
proper
him.
Star
That's what I'm
Wars
saying.
nerd.
I'm a bit, but do you know when it's going round?
Yeah.
It's like they're going round it, and then he just
First
went.
aid the crowd.
Yeah, yes. And like the stormtrooper starts going. I thought it was him at one point because that's his FIFA salvation. Like,
Yeah.
he runs up, he goes, yeah, and then he goes, and then me and you just like.
Did you know it was me in outfit?
I was thinking, is Mill playing this game? And I had to watch it again because it was just like I wasn't really bothered by the fact the two snow speeders like crashed into each other. I was more like laughing my head off at the reaction of the stormtrooper.
I know. Go on, keep going.
Right. Multiplayer. There's
What?
Six
Did you have
different-
like a captured the flag or something like that? Do you have like a
Yeah,
domination
okay,
sort of
it's
thing?
a-
Like searching the
There's like
straw.
6 different multiplayer modes. There's so catch the hero, heroes versus villains. There's a robot one which is like capture the flag,
Okay, yeah, okay, yeah.
which you have to catch the robot. There's Assault, which is with the walkers.
With the walkers.
Go on, keep going.
T-Rex.
Keep going.
The flying mechanics are fucking bollocks. You can't even do a loop.
That's all he wants to do.
Yeah, I want to get an X-Wing, fly in first person, and loop the hell out of it. I can't even do it.
What you'll see other people go on it tonight, and they'll be like,
It was just Matty just doesn't know.
Matty's just like that, can't even get off the ground. Like,
It's just like flat flying. It's like left, right.
How can you have?
Left, right.
It's
You
not
can't
even
go
flat.
upside down, but then you're stuck and you can't go upright until you've flown straight.
That does
It's like
sound dumb. That
2
does
seconds.
sound dumb, doesn't it?
See that on Battlefield though, you can do all these
Yeah,
tricks.
that's what I'm saying. Battlefield's better.
But you can't. Let's not compare Star Wars to Battlefield because let's be fair.
It's made by the
It's
same
set
people.
on different planets.
Battlefield.
It is made by the same people.
It is made by
same
DICE.
mechanics except for flying, which they fucked up.
Same engine.
That's what I mean.
It is the same DICE engine, yeah.
Yeah, they
Fire
fucked up the flying
Frostbite, isn't
mechanics.
it?
for some
Frostbite
reason.
one, yeah.
This was made by so-called Star Wars fans. The voice acting's fucking bollocks for Starfader for one. Yeah, they didn't get that right.
Oh no. I just leave this room right now.
No, because then you'll let the cold in.
I was going to say I thought it was locked and I was like trying to pull it.
The maps are a bit too big.
I was enjoying the maps when I was playing the beta. I won't
The
deny
graphics
that.
are brilliant for Endor, agreed, and half. Tatooine's a bollocks.
It's just sand, that's why. Yeah.
No,
just
it's
like
not even that.
it's just like they've just got they went on paint and probably just painted just orange and then a bit of sky and a little sun.
No,
like,
do you know how they made it? They probably took pictures of the actual places where they filmed it. That's how they made all the maps.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
That would make
yeah,
sense.
do you understand?
At least they took a logical approach. It's like
They've took a too advanced approach and fucked up the rest
no.
of
What
the
they've
game.
done is they've made a beautiful apple pie and then put gravy in it.
Yeah, basically.
Except obviously there's no such thing as apple pie because that's a fruit, and you can't have fruit in pie. But in terms of a rating, and don't be bloody harsh.
Don't do a Need for
I
Speed.
have to-
You can't do a Need for Speed again. You can't because that was wrong.
This is on par with Need for Speed of shitness. This is bollocks.
And you need.
Have you do you know what? We're just going to make a scale for you of shit.
No,
Decent.
we're not.
Alright, and it's a game, yeah.
Well, go on,
Literally,
I
I'm
haven't
going
even finished my review
He
yet.
hasn't even finished yet.
I'm gonna make you a little thing. I'm just going to hold it
Shut
up.
up, you
between-
beef.
You can't stalk!
Shut up.
Store
Go on, carry on.
What was I saying? Shit.
your review.
Oh yeah.
How shit it was.
You said it was on a par with Need for Speed.
On shitness level, yeah. I played it for 4 hours a day, I got it, and got completely fucking bored.
Okay.
I tried it again a couple of days later, 10 minutes, bored. It's just dull. It's the same shit over and over and over and over.
It seems to me like an
What?
XP grind from when I was playing it.
And you're paying for crappy add-ons. The one thing that does piss me off though, to get in the actual ships, you have to find a little token and get there first before the other people swarm.
So you
onto
have to get a token before you can get into a ship?
Yeah.
Rather than just
Where's
jumping in.
Battlefield? You can spawn it.
Shut up!
Carry on.
Right. And it's the same with turrets, the same with the grenades. You have to level up to get a fucking grenade token card.
Oh yeah, I know that, yeah.
Oh, it's depressing. And you have special powers for your guns, like cooldown reduces.
Yeah, I've seen that.
It's just depressing. And you can't hit properly with the lightsaber Starfader if you're close, no. You just go if you're stuck close to him, you can't get a proper swing.
Okay.
The only good thing is force push, that's just fun. As Luke Skywalker, which is the only person you can do it. It's just shit.
So go on then.
4.
Okay.
That's
yeah.
higher than 3.8 is shit. That's proper shit.
Are we taking your highest or the other one?
Have you taken the 3.8? We're taking
Yeah,
the
we're
4.
taking
It's
the
a
3.8.
3.8, okay.
It is on par with Need for Speed for shitness.
You gonna do yours then, Mikey?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I'm just noticing now. Assassin's Creed. I'll be honest with you, I'm made up with it. Actually, it's about. Do you know what? Unity. It was all right, but obviously when you had 3 people in one thing, don't give me the stare like that. Okay, it wasn't as good. Okay.
You farted.
No, he's looking.
It's alright.
No, it's
Absolute Am I right? Nuts with a smiley face could have made a better game than that.
Go on, let's see it happen then. Go on.
Go on then.
To be fair, the only good bit about Unity was the free add-on.
Let's go to
let's leave that in the past for that reason. Great, love it. I haven't even finished. I haven't even got near finishing it yet. The story. I'm made up of it.
Right.
So what are the good parts that you enjoy about the game?
Parkour. I like obviously the rope dart, the rope thing.
rope launch. I'll say about the parkour was one of the things that the Unity actually got right.
Yeah.
And and they've refined it since coming into Syndicate.
On Unity, I remember you could do like a super jump across the street. You've been held R2 and X. You go jump higher and further than ever, like a Superman jump.
But on Syndicate anyway.
The same as well.
I don't know. I like the acting and stuff. I
do think that I did agree.
Jacob's acting's brilliant.
I reckon the sarcasm from Jacob is quite funny. I've just got. Is it right to say what?
Yeah. Because you haven't finished it, so you're not spoiling it.
I've got up to the bit I just passed basically the monument part. When you go to the monument for the Great Fire London, and you've got to go underneath it, haven't you? And you put. You find it. I like Jacob's in the back, and I was like, "Here, Mr. Green, yes, we can do this for you, Mr. Green." Yeah.
I remember that now. Yeah.
And then you fight Lucy Fawn, don't you?
Yeah.
I just like how obviously the different stages of the differences in the characters. Like obviously Jacob's like when you first go to it's like, I can see it now. We're gonna call them the Rooks. He goes, we're gonna take back on with my Rooks. it's basically like me trying to throw in that little. He just the way he's like stood behind both Evie and Henry Green. He just pokes his head out and goes, "Am I Rooks?" It's just like trying to make it like important, but I like it each time. So if you're walking down the street, like running,
I will repeat the point that I made when I first reviewed this. Is I spent about an hour just walking around, not doing anything.
Do you know what I'm like when it comes to Assassin? I literally just play the game, alright. But you said to me, just walk, just literally whiz round for a bit, and obviously get bits. Obviously do little challenges and that. Okay, thought that'd be boring, but they're not. It's just great.
These are great fun to do. I mean, I remember when I reviewed this and I was talking about it. I have finished the game since. I
understand what you're coming from.
And I'm going to just make a quick point here. My review score hasn't changed, even with the ending. Just saying that.
I literally think it's brilliant. I'll probably try and finish it off tonight, somehow. But I'm like ages away. But I've done bits of the association missions. So far I've got the City of London, obviously Whitechapel, which is your first one you get.
Yeah.
Lambeth,
Southwark, the Thames, Westminster, the Strand.
I've got bits of the Strand. I've got some of the Secrets of London.
Yeah.
I've got
all of the Secrets of London now.
And I figured out what the tune is that plays.
Yeah.
I put because I thought, that's quite cool, but I want to be able to, because these are just off the off chance you would have been doing like cargo hijacks and stuff.
Yeah.
I like the train.
And all it is, it's like the
I do like the train hijacks.
I've heard like, what's that? And I've gone up and I was just sitting there in the box, like, oh, that's right. But it's like one of the first like Assassin's Creed games where I'm not going, where the fuck is that thing? Just jump on YouTube, and like ruined it for myself. Whereas this one, I've actually gone out.
You haven't done that actually with the. Just to make a quick point, there's a World War One sequence.
I've seen it, but now, you've recommended it to myself.
And even though you've seen the thing, you've not ruined it.
Let's put it this way: before you joined the chat the other day, I said, "Oh, do you reckon I ever go to this World War One?" I don't think you should, because Mill said it's quite.
No, because it's a standalone. It'll take about an hour and a half to finish it. It is literally like a DLC within a game.
I just think it's.
I remember asking you, and you went, "No,
just wait.
Finish the game."
Because it's quite cool.
Like, I'm really looking forward.
On the bridge is falling down. Well, that's no. I'm not going to say.
Don't ruin it for me.
I'm just singing the song, but it involves a bridge.
Oh, great! We all know what the fucking verse of the story is. Temple's trying to open up a fucking bridge, yeah. And suddenly enough,
No bridges fall down. And
I was like, yeah, comes back from the dead from the Middle East.
It
Wizard.
just goes.
I'm the master assassin in the Middle East. Just see these just legs just crushing.
I'll say one thing. Is there any negatives for you about Syndicate?
Yes.
I know you've had the worst of the glitches out of anyone I know.
It's fixed now.
I didn't even know anybody had a glitch.
I know.
It's fixed now. It was over that night, you know, when I mentioned
So
to
you
you.
didn't update it, did you?
No, it was updated. It was just for some reason. I think it was because we had it's like the data was a bit corrupted because we had the power sources in ours a few days ago.
Fair enough. But
The fuse went on like.
But
the
what are the
house.
negatives then for you? Because I can't find any to be honest. But yeah, but you're.
I'll be honest with you. For one of the first times on this podcast, I actually haven't.
No, I couldn't find it.
I think the most annoying thing is though, it has to actually be like just doing like say with that. It's the one mission where you've got to get this fucking illusionist.
Oh my
it's
god! Yes.
How much was I
that
annoyed
was
by that?
so hard to do. It must have
I
taken
nearly
like 3
got
or
him.
4 attempts.
I nearly got him right.
There's an illusionist mission which is like one
it's
of
like when
each.
Jacob.
Is it a side mission?
Yeah,
It is?
it's for
Karl Marx or is
No.
no, it's Darwin?
no, it's Dickens. The ghost.
It's Darwin.
You mean the bat?
It's Dickens.
No.
It's Dickens.
I'm sure it's Darwin.
It's Dickens.
Dickens.
No, it's because it's the part of the ghost club.
Oh
innit?
yeah, it is. Sorry,
And it's like, oh, it's like all these robberies. So you go to the shop, and like the police station, and it explains. Then you go to the shop.
It's so. It is.
Does someone get locked up in the prison?
Yeah, that's at
Yeah,
the end. Like
I've
you,
done that,
you're dancing, yeah. But like getting him, like I had,
Trying to get him.
I
is
threw a smoke bomb,
so
got him,
hard.
walked out the door, and literally, like this was when I had the glitch. He opened the door and he just disappeared in my hand. He opened the door. There was no floor on the carriage, and he just threw him in. But he ended up on the other side of the carriage. I was like, so I walked around, picked him back up, threw him in that side, and he come out the other side, and it killed him. I was like, I spent like half, and I was like, no.
I literally. He detected me 3 times.
I had to
finally
turn my
got
mic off. I because I felt like I literally was going to scream. I was like, I'll be back in a minute. And I was like,
that is a pain in the arse for a mission though, I'm not going to
But
deny
I enjoyed it.
It was a good
I
mission,
enjoyed it, but at the same time, I killed everybody. It's like, yeah, guys used to be smoke grenade, and I realised it keeps the smoke grenades, and I was like, are you fucking what? You can't use your poison dart on because it instantly kills them. You can't use the voltage grenade because that instantly kills them. You can't use anything else, so you've physically got to just wait
You got
there.
to be an assassin, which, if I distinctly remember, the title's called Assassin's Creed.
I thought it was just Creed Syndicate, mate.
I just thought it was London game. What would you give it though? I mean, you I can feel you coming towards the end of your review for it. What would you give?
I'm not even finished yet, mate.
I was not even finished.
Do you know what? I actually like the carriages on it. I actually like.
Yeah, I do. I like the carriage design.
I didn't figure out how to barge. It's like the 4th day.
No, I was sitting there. It was like ram. I was like, "Why do you want a ram?" And then like both these blighters come out of the I was like, "Oh, this is great!" And like the first one, I hit the horse, and the horse went, "Fuck off!" Like the carriage, like you just see the
I just want to make her keep.
I believe I can fly. And like, it just, I was watching
Do you know what's
this lamppost, and I hit the lamppost, and it just went, and the NPC just slid down, and I was like, huh? I actually turned around the camera, like,
Do you know one of the funny things about that is like, Ubisoft has actually made a trophy of the game called, and it's if you shoot 5 horses to make the carriage flip, the trophy comes up and it just goes, "What is wrong with you?"
yeah, that's it, like, yeah. I've been doing it. I was like I didn't realise that like they were running up alongside, so I was like, that would be it. Be pissed, like
Auto lock just shoot the horse.
Like I was like, oh.
No horses were hurt during this production.
Yeah.
It's a game. It's only a game. But go on then, Mike.
I love it. I just love you can drift the carriages as well. Somehow, don't ask me, but
Well, it's not impossible.
no, all you got to do.
The only thing
Scandinavian flick. Hey.
you had a problem. You had a problem contemplating the fact that horses with a carriage cannot go downstairs. Which, for some reason, the basic laws of gravity fails you on that one when you couldn't figure out why.
No, like, to be fair, what I didn't explain was, do the pillars. It was big enough for the carriage to fit through, but I didn't notice, like, the metal chain that goes across. I was sitting there thinking, why wouldn't it?
Do you know that chain like goes across? It's like the modern, the historic day equivalent of the cone.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, a cone!
No, I was like, it was there. I was thinking, I didn't know. I was just seeing the pillars. I'll get away from this way. So we drifted around. It was like a real good 90-degree drift. Turned. I was like, yeah, and then, like, it just went. The horse just went. Go, and then the reverse was oh shit. That's why I did. That's why I said oh shit. Anyway, went round the block for another 5 minutes trying to get rid of the blighters.
Have you done any of the Victoria missions?
It's Vincent.
Victoria, yeah.
Victoria missions.
That's a long story to a DLC that you don't have.
Why?
Because it's a DLC you don't have.
How'd you get it?
You buy the DLC.
Where from?
What did you think?
Yeah, that's you. I thought you looked that way. What is that noise? Come on, what would you do?
Seriously, what was yours? What, a 9?
I'm not telling you what mine was. I want to see
yours?
what you put. You gave it a 9. I'm pretty sure you
I
gave
think
it.
it's
Definitely a 9. I'm sure it was. I'm going to make a catalogue, by the way, of all our scores at some point.
That's what I've noted his. Sorry, I've probably got to give it a good 9.5. It's just amazing.
I gave it a 10.
No, but obviously I haven't completed it, so I can't really give you a full.
No, I gave it a 10 even before finishing it, and it's still a 10.
Bill, I have barely got through it though. I've only done 2 sequences.
For another person,
You've only done 2 sequences.
No, you haven't. You've done more than 2 sequences. If you've been battling with Lucy Form.
Yeah.
No, 3. That's 3.
5. You've gone like 5, yeah.
I could have gained 3
But,
short.
It's not. It's
At
actually
the
not.
beginnings, I thought it was actually, to be fair,
Yeah.
because by the time you get into London, you've done what, 5 sequences?
No, it's only the first 2.
There's
There's
4
actually
or 5.
39 main missions in the whole game.
Really?
But it seems like a lot more because they're quite long.
No, it seems like a lot less because they're like long.
No.
No.
It seems to go really
You're
quick.
going back to front. You're strange.
Unity was the other way around. Loads of missions, but they were like dead short.
No,
I
there
actually
was no
enjoy-
missions in Unity, and it was crap. It was utter balls.
The only good bit.
I
It
enjoyed
got
the
bit
story in
like
Unity.
the last 2 sequences in Unity were really good.
The last 2, no, Elise was the best character. She was better than the frigging assassin, for crying out loud.
And
No,
then they
that's
killed
what
her.
that's what I'm saying.
Wow, thanks, Matty. Spoilers for anyone who hasn't played Unity.
It's been 3 fucking years. What?
It's been a year!
Has it?
Why am I Morris?
Uh,
Do you see that window?
don't
Pick
fucking
when it
miss.
opens, jump through it yourself.
Not the top one, the bottom one, Matty.
I don't think I'd fit.
Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna say that anyway myself. Though.
Oh my.
You've given it a 9.5, which is, you know.
To be fair, I haven't completed. I'll probably give you an updated score once I complete
Yeah.
it. So
I mean, to be brutally honest, I think Syndicate is a return to form for Ubisoft in general.
No. Not a return.
Well, I think it is.
I
I
do.
genuinely think it is because the crew's been updated. I've played that.
I
It's-
can't fucking stand that.
I know,
I
it's
got
not
rid of
that
it.
game.
I got rid of it.
I
I know.
installed it again, played it for 5 minutes and thought, fuck this, take the disc out.
I mean, to be fair, they've stuck with it and they've done other stuff as well. Mikey, move that mouse away from the X button, you mong. The mouse pad, move it away. Don't be practical, because I don't want you to click it and it shuts it. I mean, they've done this for nothing. But I've got a review to do. Obviously, I balls out of the 3 of us. I got Fallout 4. A game that probably the internet was most looking forward to in the history of the world. I'm not going to deny that. Now, as someone who'd never played Fallout before and had seen the E3 trailer, went, yes, I want to play that game. I have got to be honest, I was pleasantly surprised with it. Just, you know, when it's so hard to review Fallout because it's a game I haven't played before, and obviously the first thing I must say is the graphics in it are very impressive. You know, I'm not going to deny the fact that you can make it. You know, you can customize your character's face, and the fact that you can make like real life faces. Someone's made a Vladimir Putin version.
No, I'm saying that.
Someone's actually made a Bruce Campbell
and a Bruce
version.
and done loads of stuff.
Well, someone's actually done a Michael West.
I also like the fact that when you have the baby who's called Sean,
Yeah.
they actually take the two the male and female character, and make a baby based off that, and it actually looks like, you know, a blend of the two.
Wow.
Which is, then they actually built a specific mechanic to do that, and then obviously you go through the story, and it's a long story. I would say. I love the fact that there are 4 different endings for the game.
Was there?
There's 4 different endings that you can have. I think there's 4 really. I wouldn't. A lot of people say 3, but I think there's 4. I've done one of the endings. I could say my ending because there are 3 different ones.
Go on, then, what's your ending?
My ending was. Oh God, but that's going to be.
The world was blown up and Mill just happened to get the last straw over there.
So basically,
with 25 women.
There are effectively there are 3 sides to in the game. There's the Institute, which is the one that everyone would say is an institute that creates synthetic creatures, so like the humans that can blend in with real life humans. Then you've got the Brotherhood of Steel, who are basically, if Mikey had the game, he would pick, because it's a Brotherhood of Steel.
It's a bunch of guys go around and
massive power armor on, and flipping, they are
America.
I would call them self-intoxicating bastards. Apart from one character who I'll come on to what happens to him at the end. And then there are the Railroad, who are all for freeing the synths from the Institute, because they believe like they should be equal to humans, which is they are a nice group of people, but I don't like the idea of synths mixing in with humans, so they died first. Sorry, Desdemona, the way that you died, I fired a mini nuke in her face. Whole big railroad. Do you know the best thing is, like, you've got to get through like a secret passage to open up the railroad, and she was sat there in the HQ with all the other agents, and she's got like this desk at the front. And because like I befriended them, I'd befriended all the groups at first, and I went, "Hi, Desdemona," and she went back to doing her work, and I just went, the fat man just getting loaded up, and then there was like one of the railroad agents walked past me, and I was like, ching, boom, and then she no, annihilated the railroad, and then. When you go through the game, you come across the Brotherhood of Steel quite quickly, actually, to be honest, because they're like the first big group. You have the Minutemen, which is sort of like your own little group when you first emerge. They're the first people that you meet. Yeah. You've seen it in the trailer for E3 and stuff like that. The black guy, and you get like a wind-up crank laser gun, which is the bloody coolest gun ever. Like, you just crank it up like that, and they go, and it just disintegrates everyone.
Yeah.
And I like the Minutemen. They're my favourite group, to be honest, because it's just they're all like for the people, and they all try and help each other in this wasteland. And then the Brotherhood of Steel, when I got to their big ending in the final big mission, it's like going into a war zone cranked up to 11. I've never been in a mission that is so, you know, when you go into like final missions on Call of Duty and they're like huge war zone missions, and they're quite hard but they're quite short. Or even Battlefield or something like that. You go into like Medal of Honor, yeah. You go into like the last
Warfighter.
I need to play it properly still.
But like but you go into like that you go into like a war mission, and it's just constant. Shuts up, you friggin' mushroom. You ruined it. Mike, what are you doing? You nearly knocked the whole bloody thing over, you daft git.
I didn't.
Yes, you fucking
Yes,
did.
you did.
It's fine.
It's fine now.
Just stay straight.
Just stay straight. You know that's not possible for you, but just try and stay straight.
I just want to make that known I am a straight human being.
Yeah, straight like that. But and then obviously you come across the Brotherhood of Steel, and you befriend the leader of the local unit called Paladin Dance. And the way he died, for me anyway, it was horrible actually seeing it, because I liked him. He was the only one that I liked out of all of them. And he's just sort of, I wanted to be the one to shoot him at the end, but it's obviously in this middle of the war zone, and one of the synths got him, and I just seen that Institute synth just go, and the disintegrator killed him on the last one. I was like, I wanted to kill him because I wanted to, feel like that connection, like, oh, it's a shame to see him die. And he just sort of, all I seen was just like this red spark, and he just disintegrated. It was a horrible thing to see, because I thought, he's the only character that I really liked out of all that. And then obviously you had the big commander, and I fired a nuke at him. But you know, he pissed me off. He was like, you're not one of those. You're not like Brother to Steel. You aligned with the Institute. You're damn right, Av, because you're a knobhead. So I fired a nuke in his face, and that was good. I enjoyed that. I'm not gonna lie.
What's your score then?
I'm not even finished.
Oh.
I'm not.
He's still got 1 and 2
You gotta
endings to
remember,
go.
I'm not explaining all the other endings because I don't know what they are.
So what ending did you pick?
I picked the one with the Institute.
So you helped them?
I helped the Institute, and because also it allowed the Minutemen to survive, who are my favourite group out of all of them. So I thought if I pick the ones that care about people rather than the ones that want to kill everyone, then I'll go with that.
So I'll be picking the Brotherhood of Steel when I get it. Commander Keating on station.
I mean, the crafting options are quite cool. You can do all sorts. Admittedly, it is a wasteland. So
Can't you make a settlement?
You can make a big
Haven't
settlements.
people made like, what was it, on like signboards and stuff like,
Someone's
people.
yeah. Someone made like the biggest settlement, and it's like 6 stories high. It's incredible the amount of design it took to go into it, and. There's like, you can have relationships, you can have... I mean, I've still not finished the game, really, because I've only discovered probably a bit of the left-hand side. I've still got all of the right-hand side to discover yet, so that's going to be fun when I go back to the game. I've got to be honest, I really did enjoy it, but there is one problem that stops me from giving this a high score.
Too much.
No, it's not that. Bugs are the big thing in Fallout. When you go into, like... I didn't have a problem with it weirdly in the final mission, but when you go into like let's call, what would you call, what's the, a high pressure environment? You know when you're like when you're shooting a minigun or you're shooting like something constant battle something
under heavy fire,
or the frame rate, and I'm not one to complain. Do not turn because
your back's killing me.
Oh yeah, cry more, get the violin out.
Right.
But like the frame rate drops, ridiculously drops. I'm not gonna lie, it goes to like 19. Oh yeah, I've got the violin out. But like the frame rate drop, and I'm not one to normally complain about that, but it's sort of like you sort of stagger when you're moving the gun, and it's sort of like you miss a lot of bullets, and bullets are quite important when you're in Fallout. And that sort of ruins it for me. I've got to be honest though, the designs of some of the monsters are incredible. They're really badass. I mean, you have Milirks with these big frigging crab things. Yeah. You've got the Death Claw, which is...
They're just mutants, aren't they?
No, there's mutants are super mutants. You've got the Death Claw, which are the big frigging things. And then I went up against the Milirk Queen, which is... can only be described as single-handedly. If you try and go up against it with a 10mm pistol, you're going to be there for some time. But it's a cracking game, I'm not going to deny it. I really have enjoyed it. What would I give it as a rating? I'd slide in it and very recommended to anyone 9.2. Because I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. It's just that the bugs ruin a higher score than it could have been.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I really do. I think it could have been a 9.7. Could have really gone. It could have been on a par with Metal Gear, but the bugs ruined that.
Sorry to complete your thing, man.
That's it.
Your review. Is that?
Oh, now you get to end the show.
It's just come out that apparently
to
no.
Someone had to do it.
You're a prick, you know that.
I'm just playing your role that you do every week.
It's his turn on here next week.
No, he's not.
Oh, why?
Friggin' not.
Oh.
I do not trust you.
Expect me to be on the seat next week, people.
No.
It'll be, hello, this is Matty Morris. And now on to the guys for the rest of the podcast.
Normal service shall be resumed next week. We'll be back in charge.
What about the week after?
Apologies to Steve McLaren. We are title contenders.
Everyone's said that. Golf Crooks has said that. Martin Keown has said that. And I genuinely...
For what?
Anyway, let's end the podcast.
But Coutinho's been ruled out of today's game.
We're 2 hours in. And, you know, it would happen to be 2 hours when Mikey's in charge of it.
To be fair, we'll catch up of last week, alright?
No, not really.
No.
We are?
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
Some of them stories from last week.
Only Battlefront.
Yeah, Matty.
That's a review, my bad.
I'm Matty, and I do things sometimes that aren't right.
Yeah, what the hell?
Okay, so that's it from us. So, if you want to follow Jack on Twitter, it's
Jack1053. If you want to follow Mikey on Twitter, it's
Mikey Keating XD.
And you can't follow me anywhere. Nope, there you go.
You can
In
also
Greasby.
follow Matty Street in Greasby.
No.
If you'd like to follow us on the Facebook page,
there's a link in the description.
Yep, we'll just search.
Right, that's it. Bye-bye, people.
You don't really know how to end, do you? You're like him, you can't climax properly. Well, you've just not finished
Do you know
that
what?
up.
I'm getting there.
I know you are, but he's ruined all that now. I'm sorry, Mike.
You're a prick. So goodbye from this dickhead over here.
Bye-bye.
You're fucking here next week anyway. So. Goodbye from Mr. Millington.
Bye.
Goodbye from myself.
Bye-bye now.
And we've been the S team.